first and inaugural Packers on the Rocks 2023 NFL Draft live watch party. We're excited to have you and can't wait to get this party on the road. Cheers, Dave.
Cheers.
I almost said this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Number 12 has been traded, and there's like some small scale event that's going on as we speak.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm just glad it got done before the draft. Like, we know what picks we got in the draft. I mean, they're, it's not going to ruin the whole storyline of, like, all these kids that are, like, they say their name, they're trying to tell their story. It's not going to be like Schefter of, like, a year or two ago where he's, like, the whole thing's about Rodgers and they're just glossing over these guys getting drafted. So
that's happened before.
It's out of the way now. We could just
they show a quick clip of them, and then they all right, hey, let's move to Schefter, and then Schefter's like watching his phone. Do you have any text or any trade alerts that are coming in that we can talk about Rodgers? There was parents that were upset about their kid getting drafted. I want to say it was when Jay Love got drafted, that it was just glossed over because of Jay Love getting drafted.
Yeah.
None of that this year. I guarantee they'll talk about it quite a bit. They already had they had Sauce Gardner on NFL Network. Aaron had his first passes as a Jets. He's showing up to off-season practices and OTAs, and he's in on team building. I know there's a lot to unfold from that press conference, Goody's press conference. But Dave, let me ask you this: what are we sipping on tonight?
I'm doing beer, man. There's no way I could stick to the actual on the rocks and do 3 hours of drinking bourbon during this. That would be, and then have to get up the next day at 4 a.m. and get to work. That'd be a tough one.
That would be hell.
So we're gonna just relax, have some beers, talk some football, talk some life.
We'll keep it casual. You might see me shotgunning a Coors Light in the background. Here, depending on who the 13th pick is, or if we trade out of the first round and we don't get to pick it all. I'll take it though. More picks, the better. Goody is going for volume. He said that the other day.
I mean, we might be on here drinking quite a bit if we trade down.
Then we have to stay on.
Correct. Yeah.
So just some light beers today. It'd be quite the showing if we decided to keep up a true Packers on the rocks, four glasses of bourbon in, and see what hour 2 looks like. YouTube might give us a call and kick us off the stream.
Yeah. Oh man, there's a couple of games where I was like that last year.
Where the fourth quarter is a bit fuzzy.
Yeah.
Usually happens to me. It's just a blackout of stress.
That's one way to look at it.
Yeah. Just when your blood pressure goes through the roof and you sort of black out and you're like, I can't really remember what happened those final 4 minutes.
I think we're both in general agreement that this year will be more enjoyable just to watch in terms of just an like what it's supposed to be, entertainment, because the last 15 years of probably not 15, but at least 13 have been like, okay, we expect to win. Like, we're going for seeding. Like, every loss was killer, and then it's like playoff heartbreak. And this year, it's going to be like, all right, we might get 4, we might get 5 wins, and it's all talent evaluation.
I see it. Like, you remember when we had our Packers on the Rocks episode after the Cowboys game and just how, elated we were after that win against the Cowboys and the Vikings? I think it's going to be that, but, times 2.
Yeah.
For the 4 to 6 times we do get to celebrate. Maybe 8. It is though. Rodgers was talking about Super Bowl 3. It feels lonely. He wants that another. That's a bold statement. But he's like, hey, there's 5 to 8 teams that come into every single year thinking they truly have a shot to win it. It's Super Bowl or bust. For the last 13 years, that's been us. And when you don't get the job done, unlike one season, then you're left you feel like you're going through the grieving process every single season. Some much harder than others.
This is going to be you go to your nephew's first like kid pitch baseball game, and no one knows how to throw, no one knows how to hit. There's like 27 walks, and it's just like brutal to get through, and it's just kind of like, all right, we lost that game like 10-0, but hey, I guess it was fun. Like that's gonna be how it's gonna be this year. It's gonna be like a slosh, and it's just gonna be like, all right, just enjoy like a couple beers with friends and actually watch the game for how it's intended to be watched, for just to relax on a lazy Sunday.
100% carefree. I can like sit back on my couch. I'm not going to nod off, but rather than like second half and I'm holding my breath the whole entire time. And it's crazy to think about, Dave. 30 years of this type of play.
Yeah.
Or at least like 25, 27, because as far as first couple years, not exactly Super Bowl aspirations. But like we may need to ping other fans to be like, hey, what is life like during this next decade of football? Like, how do you feel going into most games?
It's going to be like, oh man, it's like September. It's like 75 out. We're losing 35-0. So I decided to just go out to like hit some golf balls during the second half.
You're going to abandon me in the second half?
I'm saying that's kind of what it's going to be like.
You'll have so many people that'll fall off like flies and be like, hey, did you catch the fourth quarter? No, we were down by 4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
who's watching that? Who's watching that sort of a blowout?
True.
We are.
Yeah, I would be, but yeah, I mean, this is kind of where you see where the casual is and where the diehards are. I mean, there's nothing wrong with either choice, but the casual might be like, oh, okay, we're down 42-10, and there's a whole half of football left. I'm gonna just turn the game off and enjoy family time or do something else better with my time. And some people might just kind of sit through that.
Lot of people I think dropping off. Packers I would go on record as saying the top fan base in the whole entire NFL. And that's just based upon numbers and how we travel as well as any other team. You hear Go Pack Go at every single road game. Name me another fan base that does that. Like, will that continue? We continue to be in like majority fans at opposing stadiums. And then the other thought is too, like for all
it might be cheaper to do that though. That's another thing.
I'm hoping so. I plan I go to Vegas this year, and Vegas is one of the most high priced tickets out there.
Vegas still might be expensive just because it's Vegas, but
it will be. But to go to the black hole or go to the Darth Vader stadium, whatever they're calling that thing. I'm not a Star Wars fan, but they called it something Star Wars related.
Darth Vader Stadium. I like it.
Some people called it like a black toilet, but nonetheless, that's probably the biggest win we get coming out of this. Last couple times I've been at Lambeau, it's been $500 a pop. That hurts. That hurts the pocket.
I mean, eventually it's going to have to go down, you'd think, right? Ticket prices?
Oh, yeah. Unless somebody was saying last week and they're like, watch Jay Love come out and start like 3-1.
I'd be all for it.
I wouldn't be upset about it. We have a winnable schedule. We don't need to get into the specifics of it, but there's some winnable games on there. Oh, are we about ready to kick this thing off? 8 minutes in. We have one of Aaron Rodgers' best friends. Or never mind. Never mind.
No, that's not him. It's the guy from The Office.
I know. I just saw the commercial for Kevin Malone. I'm like, wait, is that Kevin? No. That's the guy from Modern Family, who's also a big NFL guy. He must be a KC native.
Or he just likes, I don't know if he's a native, but he likes the Chiefs.
I'm not even sure if he really likes the Chiefs. I think he's just his acting career may have taken a step down, and he's wanting some relevance. No, he easily could be all KC. He was a football player. I watched a few Modern Family episodes, and like I guess he was like an offensive lineman back in the day. Audio off for you, Dave?
Yeah, I'm not listening.
Okay. Who's that chick? Some actress from some show?
Yeah, I'm glad I have the audio off.
Dave, we did have one guest for a hot second who bounced off, unless that was you.
No. Well, whatever. We'll chill. We're gonna do this anyway.
This is for our enjoyment.
Very true.
Oh, please. They Patty Mahomes. And like the games, Dave, you'll have to let me know where you're at. Like, what are you seeing on your TV?
I'm seeing Patrick Mahomes carry a Super Bowl trophy to the stage.
Good for them. They're my Super Bowl favorites again. If I had to bet, it was the Bills last year. I go as far as saying the Chiefs this year would be my pick. And debatably the best tight end of all time. Why? That's why we need a tight end, Dave. I know there's not Travis Kelce in this draft, but Jordan Love's potential best friend.
I'm gonna have like blinders on this whole year. Where like I'm gonna have no idea who's good, who's bad. I'm just gonna be like, all right, the Packers are this and this record, and then I'm basically when the season's done, I'm gonna be like, see ya.
You're not gonna watch Sunday Night Football and the 7 times that the Jets are gonna be on?
No.
I will. Between me, you, and the wall and the fence post, I'll still probably watch quite a few Aaron Rodgers press conferences. I'll tune into Jets games when I can, then we're not conflicting with the Packers. More than what I did when Favre was a Jet.
My over-under is I will probably watch like one half of an Aaron Rodgers game this year.
What?
Yeah.
That's true Die Hard. That's
I don't have time to watch. I literally do not have time anymore to watch football games outside of the Packers.
You did say we talk about life. That is part of being a family man.
Like that's just how it. Like okay, the Packers are on at noon, done by 3, and do other stuff.
I guess I gotta adjust my antenna, my rabbit ears. Either that, or I'm doing it through Fubo. And when I use Fubo, that uses internet connection. So I'm just trying to help out the stream as much as possible, even though I feel like we've been good this whole time.
You've been solid.
Yeah.
But yeah,
one half of a Jets game.
Yeah, there's just other stuff going on where it's just like, all right, Packers game is at 3. I'll do other stuff leading up to the game, or Packers game is a noon game and I'm done by 3 and I'm doing other stuff. It's just.
Do you typically not watch Sunday Night Football when we're not on?
Dude, no.
No. I always have it on. Whether I'm paying attention or not is a different story.
I only watch like certain matchups now.
I'm
like if I know it's gonna be like
I'm picky as well.
Like I'll do like I did the Bills Cincinnati game last year. Just kind of depends on who's playing, what's going on that week, all that stuff.
If Patrick Mahomes is on, which they are, it feels like every other week on Sunday Night Football. Are you tuning in?
Yeah, there's just like I hate to say it, there's just a lot of good teams right now that I just generally don't care for.
A lot of NFC teams. I think the only team
where it's like
the only teams that
the 49ers are good. Like I have zero interest in watching the 49ers. Chiefs games, I have zero interest watching Chiefs games.
You said you do want to watch the 49ers?
No, you missed my rant. I do not. There's a bunch of good teams that I just don't like. So, like, the 49ers are a good team, but I can't stand them, so I don't watch 49ers.
It's not my style. Defense heavy, run the ball, average quarterback play. That's us.
That hasn't been Green Bay in 30 years.
That's hopefully Packer football if Joe Barry gets his act together. All right, I'm scouting out our competition, see how many other watch parties there are for the Packers.
Hi, Jordan.
It's not about that, though, right?
Maybe people just don't care about the draft this year.
Or that. Talked about it a second ago. Aaron Rodgers out. Peace out, along with a lot of casual fans. They've already jumped off the ship. They went from the Packers live watch party. Now they're on the Jets live watch party. They've got their Aaron Rodgers jersey pre-ordered.
Yeah.
All right, there's about 5 of them out there.
So we're the 5th best.
Yes, for now.
You tell me there's a chance.
We have 7 rounds to make up ground.
More power to us.
Yes. Okay, good. They're on the clock. All right. Now we can see how synced up we are. What's your time on the clock, Dave?
5:20.
5:01?
No, 5:15.
I've got 4:50.
All right, you are way ahead of me.
Just like the games, I shouldn't spoil it.
You would spoil it up until the Packer pick, and then just let me figure it out for myself.
How I react to it?
Yeah, just leave the room.
Or I'll
pause it.
Poker face it. It could be the best pick we ever want, and like I'll be excited about it, but then you'll be like, "What the fuck is that?"
Just pause it.
Oh, pause my TV.
Correct.
Dave, that's still a new thing for me.
I don't know how you live this way.
Because I've lived for 30 years without ever having the ability of pausing live television.
It's just a mad sprint to the bathroom and back to make sure that you don't miss anything.
Always, yeah. I barely get up from my couch. I've gotten up maybe twice. Like when I'm at a Packers game, I've gotten up twice whenever I've been at a game. That's twice total. One time I missed Donald Driver's touchdown in 2010 against the 49ers where he broke like 10 tackles on the way to the end zone because I was grabbing hot chocolate. Freeze my ass off. Lesson learned. And now I time it up to where like I'll hold it in like my bladder's about to burst. And then I'll like find the quick exit to the tunnel like when it's a 2-minute warning or like we're on defense and the clock's about to run out. Very strategic. Well, you have to when you're paying that much money. Don't want to miss a thing. Shout out Aerosmith.
I don't know how you had. I get it; it's for dramatic effect, but you had 5.5 months to make a decision on who you're picking, and you're still letting the clock run all the way down to 0 to put in the pick.
I think they decided it like early. Yeah, you're right. 5 months. Well, no, I mean they just 2 months when they traded with the Bears. But still, though, yeah, you've had 2 months to get. They knew earlier this week, supposedly. There's always things coming out that they know who their guy is. And with the first pick of the NFL draft, 2023.
We want a bunch of quarterbacks going, Jordan, ahead of us.
All right, for my sake, from a mock draft, I have Bryce Young. I'll pull it up. Let me know if you can see this, Dave.
I can see this.
Can you see the names on there?
Yes, but I would need my glasses, but yes.
Oh, yeah, I had to enlarge my screen. Bryce Young is my first pick. And then another quarterback, C.J. Stroud. You see who I have us taking?
I do. You have Nolan Smith. Edge, Georgia.
A lot like Rashawn Gary. He only had, let's see here. He had 3 sacks last season.
That's really funny that you have the. Oh no.
His athleticism is off the charts. He could use to gain a few more pounds, but I love him. I think he has a higher ceiling than Rashawn Gary. Oh, here we go. Oh, they had to take 5 minutes off the clock for that. Maybe because they need to FaceTime in their pick, or their internet speed has latency, like when we decide to do our lives or our pre-shows.
I'm still waiting for the pick.
Okay. All right. 50. All right, Sid. I'm going to pause mine. Or remember, I'm going to wait till the next pick, Dave, and then I'll let us sync up for the time, okay? So that sound good?
Bryce Young. Who would have thought it?
Do you know who? I have no clue who this cat is.
Oh, clearly he's a quarterback from Alabama.
I know. Kyler Murray type size that everybody has been picking on him about.
That looks like a really sweet place to have a draft.
I've been to Kansas City once. I have no clue where they're at.
Do you think they get like cocktails made for them and stuff like that, and they're just boozing in the back?
I bet their family asked for it. If you think about it, a lot of these players come from impoverished backgrounds. Like, they probably never have had that sort of luxury before, or that sort of environment. I'm sure that they're going to want to make the most of it. At the same time, though, everything gets put on social media, and they're taping it. So you would want to. All right, Dave. All right, hypothetical. Your son's getting drafted in the NFL. He's a potential first-round pick. You've been invited to the draft. Are you asking for a cocktail, or are you pre-gaming it?
There's a lot of holes in your scenario, but yes, of course.
How so? Hey, it's possible.
It's not possible.
We're playing.
I have a daughter, and I'm not having any more kids, so not possible.
Oh, well, that ruins that. Dang it! All right, well, at least play along. All right, fine.
Okay, we'll do a hypothetical. You have a kid. You have a son, and me and you are going to the draft. Are we pre-gaming it? Yes.
I would have to marry a D1 volleyball star in order for that to even have a remote chance of panning out.
Tough break there.
I would definitely pregame it with you. I might even sneak in a flask. No, I don't want to be that drunk. I don't want to be that. I mean, a couple can't hurt. I just don't want to be that drunk dad.
I think they have a bar there, man. I think they have a bar there.
I wonder who we can inquire about this. They have to at least have dinner. Like, it's 7 p.m. there. Or there has a pre-show dinner.
Yeah.
Yep. There is food there. I'm seeing plastic plates on the table.
Well, it's brought to you by Subway, so there has to be food there now.
They busted out really the fine china. No, it looks like a good entree. They got, looks like meat with a green there, possibly green beans.
Excellent reporting.
This draft just came a long ways in 5 years. It felt like just yesterday were there. You said pull out the lawn chair, or it's like those chairs that you have growing up in school, and there's like a school dance, and they put out like thousands of them for the parents. Those metal ones. There's always a surplus of. That's what it was.
Those hard plastic fold-out tables.
Yeah, plastic fold-out table that Bill's Mafia would do one of these on. And now they're sitting in these like VIP private table wraparound couches. Like, what do you think?
I never had a problem with New York, but it seems like it's definitely like taken on a life of its own since they got on New York and they travel the country and go city to city.
They have. Tennessee would have been amazing for us to go to.
That would have been pretty sweet.
Packers on the Rocks will be in attendance for an NFL draft in the next 5 years. Mark our words.
If it's in Green Bay, I'll go up to Green Bay.
Green Bay was up for hosting the draft a few years ago. I can't remember what happened. We didn't have enough lodging options, or Titletown District wasn't as built out to have like a great venue for it.
Yeah. Green Bay will host a draft in the next 5 years, though.
I agree. Titletown's built out enough. Oh, all right. Texans pick is in. Are you seeing that's in?
I already see that, yeah.
All right. Well, so the next 5 years, Green Bay will surely get the NFL draft. We'll be picking number 1 overall. So that year, 2026, when Jay Love's tenure is up, we will be there for the draft. We have until May 1st to give him his 5th-year option.
Right.
Yeah. That'll be done. It's $20 million. Did you hear too? All right, so getting into the trade, Dave, who's a winner? Who's a loser? Do you think the Jets got fleeced? Do you think that Gutekunst worked his magic and is like a Donald Trump like businessman?
I'm not a huge fan of winners and losers before we know the outcome of like what happened.
All right, I know until you know what draft picks we take and all that, but just
I would say it's fair competition. It's like fair comp for everyone. Like Jets got their Hall of Fame quarterback that they wanted, that they think is going to put them over the edge to get to the Super Bowl. The Packers took on the dead cap hit now, got rid of a quarterback that was causing some rifts in the front office, and they wanted to start their young quarterback, and then they got draft capital in return. Like, they got more than I thought they were going to get.
I thought they were getting a second this year and then a possible second next year.
I'm going to hop right back.
All good. CJ Stroud. I'm 2 for 2 so far.
Hey. How you doing? Hey, kiddo. Hey, kiddo. Oh, you watching Beauty and the Beast? Okay. Okay. Wow. Oh, I think it's kind of late right now. Maybe more cake tomorrow. All right. I'm doing like a live watch thing for the NFL draft right now. No, you're fine.
They can come join if they want. Family.
Yeah, she looks great. The library looks like fun. Okay, perfect. Love you, buddy.
Fam's invited. If anybody wants to come
Hey, bud. Sorry about that.
It's casual, Dave. If anybody wants to come make an appearance, say hi, they can.
What's up?
I said if somebody wants to come say hi, they can. It's laid back.
Yeah, there you go. I'll have my daughter FaceTime in.
That's the only way to get in touch with you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I live in
my text. You don't answer my phone calls. It's only when I FaceTime you with your terrible Wi-Fi.
I've never heard that one, especially in the year of 2023. I've never heard you can't get a hold, like, unless you're in the like mountains of the Himalayas. I've never heard like you can't get in touch with me because if my house is built on a like crappy cell service area.
I feel bad for whoever's the Wi-Fi provider in Malibu. Like they're probably catching a ton of heat this week after Rodgers went on air and said that. People are like, "Yep, I'm canceling my Wi-Fi provider. We need to get Elon Musk to come on over, put a few more balloon satellites up in the sky."
Yeah, that's
someone made this comment too. So he wasn't getting phone calls. It has terrible reception there. Yet after text to tell him his number.
Yep. That's a good point.
So who's lying here?
He has a way of spinning everything, man. It's quite remarkable.
He's a mastermind in and of itself. All right, so the Jets got their guy.
I think that he might have a little bit tougher time in New York, where Rodgers would spin stuff and the Green Bay media would be like, well, he's kind of the golden child. Like, we'll let him think that way. We'll let it slide. I think that media will press him a little bit. Like, this smells fishy. This isn't right, and kind of press him more.
They'll call him out when he sort of takes a question and then beats around the bush or turns it in a different direction. And then also, looks like we got a chat coming in. QB's going 1-2. Yeah, swing. So far, I'm 2 for 2. This is my my dad's buddy who's chiming in on the chat at the first chat of the day. Yeah, they will press him. Like, if you notice too, Packers media, all the beat writers, if the good ones, they're always great at prefacing their questions before they ask Rodgers because they know he gives a very thoughtful response. You'll have the Jets media. They'll probably just come out and be like, hey, it was 3rd and 2 like we are. Why did you throw the ball 40 yards downfield to Garrett Wilson when you had Alan Lazard open in the flats? They might not shy away from that.
No, I don't think so.
Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit.
Which part?
The stuff that Rodgers throws out from time to time.
I love it. That's one of the things that I'll miss the most.
He was a good presser, man. That's for sure.
He's one of the best. He'd be an amazing politician if he ever decided to go that route. Like if football didn't pan out for him, maybe not president of the country, but he could easily be a senator or a governor, a great lawyer at that.
I think he wanted to be a lawyer. Like, if football didn't work out, he said he wanted to be a lawyer.
With how great his ACT scores were.
Anyway, that's the Rodgers talk for today.
Well, I was even going to ask, like, how do you think it's going to pan out for? I mean, besides the media, like, do you think that the Jets are a legit Super Bowl contender? Do you think Rodgers will get back to using the power gym and squatting so he steps into his throws and not just touch passes where it takes him half the season to sync up with his receivers? Like what are your true expectations with Rodgers?
I think that they're gonna be. They might just be a fringe playoff team in the AFC. Like, I think it's the Bills division, and then I think Miami could sneak in there and be like second in the division. So they might even be only like third in their division. All right, the pick is in.
Yep, trade from Cardinals to Houston. That means the QB. I'm saying it's going to be Anthony Richardson.
Interesting.
Or they're trading up to get Will Anderson, the edge rusher out of Bama, who's the most safe pick for edge rushers and quite possibly the safest pick in this whole entire draft.
The Texans are a terrible franchise, so no matter what they did, it's not going to work out.
It's like the Browns, how many times they picked in the top 10 and just talent goes to waste. Get your bag for your first contract and then say goodbye to the NFL. It is how it goes. Dave, are you seeing the comments come in?
No.
You are not?
Correct.
Okay. Oh, wait. Here we go.
I could private chat with you if you cared for me to do that, but no, I can't see him. Why did we get another one?
It's my dad's buddy, the lone guest that we have on the show, the diehard Bears fan, who's one of the only people who knows his stuff. Like whenever any Bears fan I've ever met, I've always been like, all right, yeah, you've been watching for years, and it's a lot like us. Like, we're not going to be very good, so you're going to have a ton of casual fans drop off. But I'm like, name me your starting 5 offensive line. I've rarely met a Bears fan that can do that. I think Swing can do it. I'll test him when he.
Well, their offensive line is terrible. Why would you even want to name them?
Well, we're gonna have to know our offensive line in 5 years when it's a carousel of Royce Newman's moving in and out.
Oh my God.
Oh, they traded up to get Will Anderson. Okay.
Yeah. It's gonna be like Royce Newman's and Jason Springs like all over again. That's just gonna be like our tackles are gonna be like
our Derek Sherrods, Marshall Newhouses of the world.
Oh my God.
Trying to think of some other really, really terrible Packer offensive linemen. 78. I'll get it here in a second. It was during like 08, 09 that he would fill in at like right tackle and was god awful. Gave up so many sacks.
Oh yeah.
I'd have to look. I'd have to
look too, but yes, I remember that period of time.
Swingle, I'll show you. Here is my mock draft.
Well, you got it right.
I'm 3 for 3 so far too. Dave, you got $3 that you gotta pony up for. No, I'm kidding. $3 that will go towards this live stream. It still counts whether it was the team or not. Like it still is Will Anderson.
That is true.
And then from here, it's all a crapshoot. I'd say after the top 5, it's so hard to predict.
This is going quicker than I thought it was going.
I know, and Will Levis, 2 beers in, bar with me. Will Levis likely the pick for the Colts. QB 100%. There's no way they're going another position. I don't see him taking Anthony Richardson as a QB that I see a team trading up for once we start getting towards like the 10th and 11th pick.
People aren't like messing around this draft. They're just like, here, we got other things to do today.
Besides tuning into us. It's early. Dave, when we look back on this moment years from now and be like, hey, you remember that first watch party we did? We only had family and friends that we had to pay to come on. I paid Swingle $20.
Holy shit, man. Oh. Is this dude crying?
I won't even bring up how many Cheesehead has on their stream at the moment.
Dude, just let it go.
I have already let it go. That was my last comment on it.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't the competitive nature burn deep for you?
No, straight up just.
All right, let me rephrase that. They have 1,200 people watching. That makes me feel not as bad.
Yeah, But hey, we got a couple more subscribers, so there is that.
Are we at 50 yet?
We're at 49.
I know. 50's a milestone. Dave, I think that we can get one more subscriber. Swing, please subscribe if you haven't already.
Oh, I would have to pull up the YouTube to. So in the future, dude, when we do chats, you're gonna have to read out the chats.
Yeah, well, there is a way to like overlay it on here. New comments will display here. Watch this. Do you see that, Dave?
QB's going 1-2 is great for the Bears and Packers. You're going to be 4 for 4. Yep, I got it now. You're the man.
Figuring it out. Restream is here for the stay. It's here for the long haul.
So does Swing reside in Chicago?
He resides near Peoria, Illinois.
Okay. So you answered my question. Yes. He is in the state of Illinois.
He'll be coming on in a few picks.
What does he want? Who does he want to be drafted?
I don't know. Swing, don't tell us yet because I want to hear your needs when you come on. He is a season ticket holder for the Bears too, or at least I think will be coming up. Goes to at least a few games a year. He came to a game with me and my dad for when we saw Bears week 2 at Lambeau. That was his first time at Lambeau. He said it didn't meet expectations. That TV like blew it up so much that it didn't live up to the hype. I mean, I get what he's saying. Like every single time Packers are on Sunday Night Football, they always talk about how great Lambeau Field is. And I'm biased. So every time I go in there, I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in the world.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, shoot. All right. There's a surprise swing. And Dave.
I didn't see it yet.
Huh?
I'm still waiting.
All right. I'm going to pause it. All right. So next pick, remind me, we'll sync up the clocks.
It's fine. Do you go live? Like, what are you doing? You're supposed to stay, like, unsynced. Like, what are you doing here, man?
To be ahead of you on the TV?
Yeah.
I have it on my rabbit ears.
No, but what I'm saying is, after you're done pausing it, do you hit live again?
I was just gonna pause my TV until you tell me what number you're at, and then I was gonna resume it.
I mean, shouldn't it just stay? We didn't have enough time to walk around the stadium for the. You gotta get there like 2-3 hours early and actually tailgate.
We did have a good tailgate across the street. We didn't get to check out Titletown District. I don't think that makes that big of a difference, though. Lambeau is the main attraction. You can see Titletown District has enough to keep your attention.
Did you go sliding down a hill like Mark Murphy?
No, we didn't do that. It was week 2, so it's just a big green slide that you could do cartwheels down like Jack and Jill down the hill.
Dude, Karen's first time at Lambeau Field was the Seattle game during the Run the Table.
We hit Rogers hits Devontae.
Open the game.
Welcome
to
week.
Literally got in there, obviously we were there for kickoff and stuff, but it felt like you just got settled in and there's bombs being dropped. But it got down to like friggin' 15 degrees. It was like a blizzard outside, and Karen was like 24 weeks pregnant at the time.
You decided to bring. That was like an October, November game. What was she wearing?
It was late in the year. It was
16. That's a November, December game.
It was the week after the Thanksgiving game.
You're a diehard Packers fan, Dave. You're bringing your pregnant wife, 23 weeks.
That was her first time at Lambeau.
Lambeau first time. She's like, Dave, I'm pregnant. I didn't think it was going to be this cold.
Now we have the Lambeau rule where if we're going up to Lambeau, it has to be before November 1st.
We're the same way now. The past 3 years, me and my dad have gone up. It's always been opening game at Lambeau. We don't mess around with that cold stuff anymore. Oh, how is she dressed?
Well, she bundled up. Like, we knew it was gonna be cold, but it was still.
Right, so she had layers on. She was.
Yeah, dude. She had like a winter jacket and like layers and sweatshirt, but it was still freaking cold.
So cold for a pregnant person or a real person, or not a real person, somebody who isn't.
But let's put it this way: the score and the Russell Wilson interceptions made you warm up real fast.
He threw like 4 of them that game. He's played us. He's always thrown us like Jay Cutler type interceptions.
Yeah.
Sorry, Swingle, if you're still on. Yeah, he's still on. You got to admit, Swing, Jay did throw us a lot of balls. So is Russell Wilson.
Statistically, Jay Cutler is the Bears' greatest quarterback.
Right behind Sig Luckman.
From like a statistics standpoint, though.
Yeah, that's like, there's so many quarterbacks you can say that about. Like, I remember when Matthew Stafford, they're like, oh, he's the fastest quarterback to 10,000 yards. And I'm like, that's great, but I still don't think he's like one of the best QBs of all time. And like Justin Herbert's going to blow. He's going to shatter some records for the Chargers. Doesn't mean that I think that him or Jay or any of these people that put up wild numbers are the best ever.
No, yeah, I know.
That's it, but that's how people view the sport, though. It's all numbers based.
Yeah.
But hey, you can't debate Rodgers' touchdown to interception ratio. No matter what era you're in, that's one of the best statistics you'll
Dude,
ever.
I was at his own. I was shocked when I found this out, but like when he went the perfect passer rating against the Raiders, I was also there with Karen for that one.
Five TDs.
Yeah, I was shocked afterwards. I didn't know he's never done that before.
Never done a perfect passer rating?
It's only one time.
He would have did it in 2010 against the Falcons in divisional round if we didn't drop the ball.
Yeah.
Even in the Super Bowl, like his passer rating was out of this world. We had 5 drops in that game. Dang, that was his only. I would have thought there was a couple games me and my dad were at where he threw 4 touchdowns in each game, and we blew the game open in the first half. There was a game in 2011, I want to say, against the Broncos. Rodgers had one of the best rushing touchdowns of his career.
Oh, yeah.
Where, like, he got tackled and they spun him around and he reached out with the football for the score. That game we were at, we beat the brakes off them, and it seemed like every game that I was at during that era. Charles Woodson had a pick 6 too. I've seen 3 or 4 Charles Woodson touchdowns.
That's pretty sweet.
I know. 1 against the Redskins, 2 against the Bengals, 1 against the Broncos. I think that was Kyle Orton. Some other Bears quarterback who used to play back in the day too. Swing, you remember Kyle O? He has a nickname. Oh, now I miss Lambeau, Dave.
Let's head up there for training camp.
Dave, I'll be there for good. End of July.
All right.
You don't believe it?
No, I do. Well, I'll head up there.
Hopefully a couple times a game. I mean, I plan on being at the practices that I can make it out to every game, as long as they're not 300 plus a pop. I'm thinking that ticket price, I should be able to get a ticket to each game for $100.
Yeah, I think it'll take at least 1 year for the ticket prices to come down.
Because we still have quite a few different pieces and players from last year's that are carryovers, and it's just too recent that there's the new buzz around a new quarterback for the first time in 30 years.
Well, after this year, you're going to see a lot more familiar faces kind of exit. So I think that's when you're going to be like, okay, this is a whole new team. And
obviously, there's only really a few sort of not leftovers, but older players. So you have the 3, and that's what makes me think that Goody doesn't fully believe that it's a rebuild. When you hear him in his press conference, because when he decides to retain Bakhtiari, Aaron Jones, and Preston Smith, all 3, I know you're probably going to have some dead cap hits. We haven't had a Pro Bowl caliber QB for 30 years, like some people. Yeah, Swing, this is new territory for 2 Packer fans. We have no idea what life is like without Hall of Fame caliber.
My guess is just think back to Brett Hundley or Scott Tolzien or just those backups that were that's how it's going to be for a whole year.
I know people are like, oh, we haven't seen it before. We watched Brett Hundley for half a season, and we saw Scott Tolzien. We've seen Matt Flynn play. We saw Seneca Wallace have a start. I think he was in for half the game. We've had previews of it. We haven't had a whole entire season's worth of it. And we still went like 4-5 when Brett Hundley was our quarterback. Gum chewing Brett Hundley. Who do they wait? Never mind. You're a little bit behind me, Dave. I'll let you announce the pick.
No,
that's a surprise for me. You got the pick, Dave?
Devin Witherspoon.
Yeah,
man, that's a big jump, huh?
It was nice. It was nice to get the first 3 picks in the NFL draft correct.
I'm surprised he went that high.
And keep note of this: Jalen Carter from the Georgia Bulldogs. He's dropping. He's debatedly the top pick in this draft, the most talented player, and he's now dropping to number 6. I don't know if Detroit takes him.
I mean, you have him slotted at 7 though, so how is he dropping?
He's had a lot of off the field issues.
Okay.
Yeah, reckless driving incident, some other things here and there.
Oh, dude, I like this guy, man.
If he falls to the Bears, they'll take him. I could see the Lions picking him too. So I
liked Witherspoon.
Oh, wait, there's a guy from Oregon as well, Gonzalez, I want to say. He's also really high up there. Some people's number 1 corner in this draft.
I think people would lose their minds if the Packers drafted a cornerback.
I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility. We've drafted so many cornerbacks the last 7 years. No, I thought without a doubt that the Seahawks would either take Jalen Carter or Tyree Wilson out of Texas Tech. And I thought for sure they were taking an edge rusher.
Well, Swing wants Carter to fall.
That's a Raiders type player, though, Swing. The Raiders love taking flyers on those troublesome players. Should we bring Swing on already?
Well, wait till Atlanta's on the clock.
Okay.
The Raiders are like a real life longest yard football team.
They never learn their lesson. They're consistently picking players that have off the field issues. Like I always think of Pac-Man Jones, and the Bengals used to do it too. The Bengals were notorious for taking those type of players, the Plaxico Burruses, who are going to shoot themselves inside of a nightclub. Like that is their MO.
All right, man. We might have some talent fall to us.
I know. So far, I'm liking the way the board is falling. I think Gutsy and team is too. If these tackles hang on and edge rushers, that's what we need to be hoping for, Dave.
Yeah, I want offensive tackler. I want edge.
I want offensive tackle, even though it's not a sexy pick. I was thinking though, and this is just playing devil's advocate. Elton Jenkins has contract incentives to play tackle.
Yes.
So he's likely to move to RT or LT, and he's fully recovered from his ACL. I thought Tom played really well at either tackle position. Even at left tackle, I didn't really notice him out there on the island getting whipped.
I think though that they're going to keep Jenkins at guard because do you remember? I know he's coming off the knee, but like at right tackle especially, he just didn't look crisp. And then they moved him back to left guard, and like the whole world changed for him again.
Sorry, can you repeat that, Dave?
Man, I said I know Jenkins was coming off the knee, but like when he moved when they moved him to right tackle, he was just getting beat left and right, and people were like, "What's wrong with Jenkins?" And then they moved him back to left guard, and like the whole world changed for him again, and he was like back to being the Alan Jenkins that we knew.
And that makes you think that it had nothing to do with his knee. That we're finally seeing that he is his best position is left guard.
Yeah,
he played so well at it. I mean, people are talking about for the longest time that he's the most versatile offensive lineman the Packers have ever had.
Oh yeah,
you put him at all 5 spots, and he's playing it without a beat. Or, he's not missing a beat. I think this year it had to do with the knee. You give him more than 12 months recover from knee injury, even though I think his best position is guard.
I wouldn't be surprised if they draft a tackle, they have the tackle play right tackle, and then Zach Tom eventually take over the left tackle. So I think I agree with you, but I don't want to take a slot wide receiver in the first round.
Neither do I. I don't want.
Even though everyone's going like bonkers for Smith.
JSN, Jackson Smith, Nbigba. I don't think his value is good enough for 13. I don't think he's high enough on our board for 13. Or any wide receiver. Same thing goes with tight end. I know I'm really gung-ho about tight end. I want Kincaid.
Do we trade back?
Yeah, I think that's a smart. So these next 5 picks will tell us, obviously.
I think the Packers look at the board and say there's so many good talent that fell. I think the Packers trade back.
Well, no, if talent is – if tackles and edge rushers are falling, then we're going to take one of them at 13.
No, but my thing is if there's a bunch of them that are rated close to like how you have them rated, you move back because one of them's still going to fall to you.
There's no way that those tackles and edge rushers last to like the late teens or early 20s.
Well, we'll see, man. We could do like the Jair situation, trade back and then trade up.
We traded back in the first and then traded up?
Yeah.
That's good memory. Oh, now the Lions traded the Cardinals. So, Dave, if one of the top left tackles in this draft falls to 13, you're saying Packers trade back, we can get the 3rd or 4th best left tackle in the 20s and acquire a 2nd-round pick?
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is, like, if you have 2 guys that are ranked pretty much identical, like, to what you have, like, say there's, like, 3 or 4 guys that they're like, okay, we won't mind taking them right now. You trade back, and then you just wait for one of them to, like, still fall to you.
There's one. There's one of them, Dave.
I'm still waiting. Still waiting.
I see where you're coming from. I just think that they're going to be all gone. If we do trade back, I think it's going to be before – I want to say it's around like pick 23, pick 24, somewhere where Dallas is picking at 26.
I want as many I liked Harris Johnson. But I knew he was going to be gone for the Packers pick.
I know. He's my top tackle in this draft. You watch his pro day, he's a tight end in an offensive lineman's body. He moves that well.
Yeah, well. I want as many picks and as shots that we could take. Just give us as much ammo.
Oh, yeah. I love second round picks more than first round picks. We've hit on way more second round picks than first. You get 3 of them, all within the top 50 picks. That's a win if you ask me.
Yeah.
And you can still take these players that are at the top of our need list. The only way I think people trade up is because you could also, up to that point, you could have other teams that are trading up to the 13th spot. We're thinking like us, hey, we're seeing these tackles and edge rushers drop to 13.
Yeah.
Let's move up. And the Packers like, well, we don't have a huge need for it. We can fall back in the draft, acquire more draft capital, and we can still pick like a tight end or a safety or a wide receiver later on in the first round.
This is kind of a fun draft because there's just so many options we could go this year.
When normally it's been, hey, we have one hole to fill. Goody, will you please draft a weapon for Aaron Rodgers? Sorry, no, not going to do that. Well, cornerback's always been a need too. That we've missed, that we've whiffed on.
Did you watch the movie Draft Day this week?
Draft Day?
Yeah.
I did not. I've watched it, I think, once. Why do you like the movie?
Yeah, it's like I watch it every week of draft week.
Some people have said it's not that. It's sort of a corny movie.
It is. It's like a freaking love movie, but like you gotta watch.
You love the draft so much. That's like
you gotta watch Draft Day for. It's just one of those things, man.
No, I'm with it. I watch Friday Night Lights always in August before the season starts. I mean, that's also one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. But it's just like, hey, it gets you in the mood. It gets you ready. I need to watch it then. I'm putting it on my my to-do list for next week. Dave, we may have one of the most diehard Raiders fans that you'll ever talk to come on the show here in a second.
Sweet.
Talk about what the Raiders' needs are, how close of ties they have with the Packers, how many Packer players and leftovers we've sent their way. My pick or my prediction for my mock was that they're taking Jalen Carter. We'll see what he thinks.
Should I get you a bedazzled Green Bay jacket, Jordan?
So I can peacock? I would never want a bedazzled jacket. I want to more so blend in. I'm not trying to wear that loud Packer gear. And it feels like I'm at a Comic-Con event. Like I never want to turn into that guy who's like St. Vincent at Lambeau, who everybody's always taking pictures with. I think Swing took a picture with one of the really well-known like Packer fans that has a name and everything, and he's probably in like the Packers fan Hall of Fame, but his knowledge of the game we could probably beat.
Dude, that's so crazy. Remember the guy just started a big hat company last year? Now everyone wears these freaking big hats.
They're doing it. That's still going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jair had the big hat. He was one of the early adopters for it. All right, Raiders pick us in. All right, who did I have wait, and Dave, Lions took the cornerback out of Oregon, right? Christian Gonzalez.
The Lions traded the pick.
Oh yeah, the Cardinals took Paris Johnson. The rumors are true. Dave, who's telling you that? Is Schefter spreading the word?
Can you imagine that?
If Will Levis does fall to 13, the Packers did take back in 2008 Brian Brom out of Louisville, who had some crazy stats for them. And a lot of people were talking about a quarterback competition.
That was in the first round. That was in the second round.
I said second round. But sort of same philosophy though. Is that, hey, you have the guy who's next up. You're still going to take a QB that early? He has Ian Rappaport on speed dial.
If they're sitting at 13 and Levis is there, Packers are going to get a bunch of phone calls saying, like, hey, like, we want to trade up to take him. I could totally see, well, who would do it, though?
So Redskins need a quarterback?
Yeah, so I think the Patriots could need a quarterback, too. So someone could be trying to leapfrog the Patriots.
Yep, because the Billy B's not sold on Mac Jones. What else? The Steelers, are they really sold on Pickett? There's no Bucks are a team that while they got Baker Mayfield, they need a quarterback just as much as any other team. Yeah, Bucks, please come trade up. No, Titans will take Will Levis at 11. He won't fall past that. I wish that'd be a great trade bait. Here's the Raiders. Oh.
I'm confused at how you keep pausing this, and then you're still ahead of me.
I haven't paused the TV yet because we haven't synced up yet to say, hey, I'm at this number. I keep getting sidetracked. Dave, you never know. Never know. All right, so Dave, you got the pick, Tyree Wilson?
Yeah, I got it.
He's my favorite pass rusher from this draft. The Javon Curse, I think he has the best pass rush moves out of anybody. I thought he was going to the Seahawks at 4. Oh, great pick by the Raiders.
All right, Jordan, I'm at 625 if you want to sync.
For Atlanta?
Yeah.
So you're ahead of me then. It doesn't even say that Atlanta's on the clock. It still says Raiders pick. Are you on ESPN, ABC?
Yes.
You're ahead of me then.
Well, I don't know how you're getting the pick is in before me then.
It's saying I'm 537, 36.
I'm at 558.
Okay, I'm pausing it at 5. I paused it at 522. Let me know when you get there.
Yep.
Swing, get ready to come on. Your Bears are up next. Ready or not, here we come.
What did you say? 520 what?
522.
Oh. I got. Oh boy. Jordan, are you staying on for the whole shebangs?
Yeah, why not? Are you at 522 yet? You had to have been there.
Yeah, I told you go ahead like a long time ago.
I hear you say that. All right, now we got to sync up again. Can you
pause? I'm at 450.
All right.
Wait, hold on. I should have probably pressed pause.
I think I can jump ahead. Now it says the Falcons pick is in. Dang. All right, next pick. All right, we're getting swing on since the Falcons pick. This is moving quick. The days of 20 minutes on the clock
no kidding.
are no longer. These things are flying off the board. Thank you, Dave. Even though you're probably gone by now. We built this city. Jalen Carter, if he there's no way he's falling to 13. All right, my bet is that the Falcons are snagging him right now, which is good for us because the Falcons are another team that could use either a tackle or an edge rusher.
Yeah. Be right back, Jordan.
I know. I need to take a bio break. Swing, where you at? Oh, there he is.
I'm here.
What up, Swing?
What's going on? How you been?
Swing, where you at? Oh, there he is. Our one diehard fan has finally joined us. our only audience member, that is. Well, no, we had 2 so far. We're getting there.
Right? Apparently, I'm the only guy watching this thing.
I know, and he's a Bears fan. This is a Packers draft watch party, if anything.
You're welcome.
Hey, where are you stationed at?
I'm by this guy.
Oh, what's his name?
Rick Spears.
Looks familiar. How's the setup going so far?
That's going good. We're having a good time.
See, Packer and Bear fans can get along.
It's possible.
They're definitely possible if you have 2 NFL Hall of Fame quarterbacks in a row.
That make you think that there's not the true backlash between fans because the wins and losses aren't always there.
Right. Well, I mean, at least our last Hall of Fame quarterback was
Sid Luckman.
Was Sid Luckman a Hall of Fame quarterback?
Yeah, just Sid Luckman.
That was right.
That does make it a lot easier to get along. Yes. Me and Dave were saying, this is a whole new wave. Like, what do we as 30-year-olds? How do we prep ourselves for what's to come?
Right. Yeah. Well, I told Rick, you've had 30 years of Hall of Fame quarterbacks, and I'm not saying Love's not going to be good, but he's not going to be Favre or Rodgers.
And we're not used to it. What's that? What's that ruckus going on? Oh, that's Dave. Come back.
Oh, it's just me, man.
That's Ricky. So who's the Falcons taking here?
Falcons have to take they can go tackle, they can go edge, or what it truly did happen to Jalen Carter?
Well, I think it's his character. I mean, all the off-field stuff you've heard.
And I don't know much what really happened, the off-field stuff.
Well, he had a car accident where 2 people died, and he's been cleared of all that.
Yeah.
But there's just that, and there's some other off-field issues they're worried about, his character. And so he's really got to go. I think he's got to go to the right spot.
I think he just put his
jail time for killing 2 guys in a car accident.
Well, like supposedly it wasn't his. He was involved in it, but not his fault, kind of deal.
Okay.
So
either way, GMs are a lot more cautious nowadays.
Oh yeah.
I thought the Raiders, that's their type of player.
That's what I thought. That's funny.
And Swing
Gonzalez here?
Meet Dave, the other part of the Packers on the rocks.
I like how you have him tagged as Bears fan.
He put that in himself.
Oh, they took Robinson.
Oh, I've seen that before.
Oh, All right. So as a Bears fan on the clock.
Yep. Take us through your thought process, Swing. This is what Packer fans are going to experience for the next 10 plus years potentially. This is what it's like.
So if I'm the Bears, I'm looking really hard at Carter. I mean, they've obviously talked to him, figured out what, they've heard the story and they've made their decision on what is going on there. If they decide to go away from him, I'd really, at that point, kind of like to see him trade back because I like Darnell Wright is who I'd like to see. The Bears just traded their pick.
What? Oh, you're ahead of us.
The Bears have traded their pick to the Eagles. Where were the Eagles at?
They're way back. They're like 20-something.
Eagles were 10. And I had the Eagles taken. A lot of people had the Eagles.
Eagles were 10. Oh, my bad. Jordan, my bad. I saw the Eagles at 30th. My bad.
So they traded back one spot. I'm not sure what they got yet.
And their pick is already in.
If they trade back one spot and still get Darnell Wright, I would be definitely okay with that. I really don't want Peter Skronsky because he's a guard. I mean, in the NFL, he's a guard.
They played him at left tackle at Northwestern, but do you think in the NFL he's a true guard?
Yeah, his arms are a little shorter than normal, and I could see him be a pro. He could be a Pro Bowl guard. I mean, he's really good, but I just don't think he's a tackle in the NFL.
Unless you're Quentin Nelson for the Colts, you're not taking a guard in the top 10 picks.
Right. So
what about Broderick? What is his last name? Jones.
Broderick Jones.
Yeah, you don't like him out of Georgia?
Again, I like him, but I mean, I thought we would trade back maybe to the 14 to 17 range and still be able to get him. So we'll see. I mean, they only dropped one pick here. See if they trade back again or not.
How many is this? 4 or 5 trade? I'm 2 Coors Lights in or 3.
Yeah, I hear you. Me too.
Is this 5 trades in the first 10 picks? This has to set a record.
It's the 4th, isn't it? Yeah, number 3 pick, 5.
Cardinals came back.
Wait, 5, 7. Yeah.
I have TV turned down. So they may have mentioned it. Eagles don't need a tackle or a rusher. What's that, Dad?
Me and Double D talked tonight before about 6:30, and we both said this is going to set a record for trades in the first round. We both agreed.
What makes you guys think that players are falling and others are going to reach for them? Like, what makes you think that there's going to be a record-setting trades going off? Because it's not like you have quarterbacks that people are trading out for.
Well, yeah, because there's quarterbacks that are iffy. I mean, I'll tell you what. I think how many quarterbacks have been taken so far? How many?
3.
3. Okay.
I
think there's going to be another one taken here.
Levis is still there.
Pretty quick. Oh yeah, pretty quick.
Levis will go at number 11 to Tennessee if there's not another trade.
Yeah, he won't make it past the Titans.
There's just so much difference between. There ain't that much difference between, like, that the star offensive tackle from Ohio State went. Okay, he's like a great player, and especially wide receivers. What's his name and everything? I can't even pronounce his name, but I hope Green Bay picks him.
like MVS, we'll go JSN.
That's my pick when we get to 13.
I think there's too much talent on the board to go wide receiver there.
JSN.
At 13,
I like the way the tackles are. There's still Broderick Jones. There's still Darnell Wright on the board. There's still
I really like
Miles Murphy from Clemson, who I don't really like. Nolan Smith. There's still top edge and tackles on the board.
Did you ever go look up some tape on Darnell Wright?
Yeah, I watched like 3 minutes of him the other night. I like Broderick Jones more.
Do you? Okay.
And I like Western guy. as well. I thought he was reaching quite a bit. Instead of pass rushers come to him, I thought he was reaching, overextends elite pass rushers. You can get beat that way.
Yeah, I mean, but that tape you're watching was against Anderson from Alabama, though.
I know he is SEC, so he's facing the top pass rushers, and your tape's not always going to look good against SEC.
Right. And a little coaching up, and
all right, so
little more
Darnell Wright is
little man muscle with experience. But we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike Broderick Jones. It's just I guess more where you're getting him at with your value on your draft pick.
Yeah, where he's at on your board.
Right. I see him more
the Bears trade back again
between 15 and 20.
Who's that?
Broderick Jones.
Didn't he only have like 7 starts too for the Bulldogs? He hasn't played. He doesn't have that much experience.
Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. He's a little lack on experience. Let's see who the Eagles are getting ready to select here. Jalen Carter.
Yep, that's what. Yep.
Oh my gosh! And they're going to pair him with the guy they just drafted, Jordan Davis, out of Georgia. Oh my God!
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
The Eagles had the second most sacks in NFL history, next to the 85 Bears last year.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. And
their defensive line just got him.
Good stats, son.
That and the Eagles also have 2 other ex-Georgia players on their line. And so I think being familiar with some buddies, maybe keeping them out of trouble, being good in the locker room.
It's just like Tyrann Mathieu for Wait, who did he originally get drafted by? The Cardinals? I
think so.
Yeah, the Honey Badger. He's a player who had a ton of off-the-field issues. And they're like, hey, you need to surround him with the Larry Fitzgeralds of the world and get him in the right environment. And that can help.
Bears pick is in.
And it did.
Oh, all right, Bears pick is in.
Hey, you're up, man.
Bears pick is in. They knew who they wanted.
Come on. Darnell Wright.
OT.
Or Jones.
I bet you.
If they went defense, but this is way too early. I like Myles Murphy, but way too early.
I don't like Myles Murphy that much. There's a lot.
I do, but not this. Like, he's a mid to late round.
I agree with that. He's a big second effort guy. He doesn't win on his first pass rush move. It's like if the QB holds on to the ball, then he's likely to get him.
Yep. Well, I think with our coaching staff and the Hurts principle that we run it with the Bears now, like, he would fit in that, but I definitely wouldn't like him here at 10. That's just.
What'd you say? It's the Hurts principle.
They call it the Hurts principle. It's like it's basically like a hustle chart that they do, and it basically you get numbered, and if you aren't above a certain number of effort, then you lose snaps.
This is the thing that the Bears do.
Yeah, they just started last year with a new coaching staff.
Swing, how many Bears fans do you think know this?
I'm gonna go with 7. I'll go with 7.
That's gonna put you in like the top 5%. maybe top 2. I've never heard of that before.
Nah. I never have either. Swing, I gotta ask you a question.
Oh,
is that kind of like an RAS score?
Sure.
RAS. No, I just question.
I honestly don't know. I mean, I know it's.
You know what the RAS is. You know, I know you do. So.
Go ahead. What is it?
What? Oh, it's your
educate.
What's your 40-yard time, your cone time, there's about 5 different things.
Oh, Dad just talking RAS score.
I thought you said AARP. I'm sorry.
Wait, how can you know what a Hertz principle is but not a RAS score?
I'm messing with the old man.
Oh, you do know what a Raz is.
That was a good one, though.
It's like the Packers every single year. They're like, why would you take a guy that high in the draft? Well, he has a really high RAS score, and we think we can convert him to another position.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So you said it has to do with hustle.
Yeah.
Pick his head.
As a Packers fan, who did the Bears take here?
You got to protect your man, your number one that you have on the jersey, Fields.
I agree. 100%.
What's your second need after tackle?
Defensive line.
Yeah, too early for that.
Yep. And that's no doubt about it. Interior defensive line.
I think you're going with the native guy out of Northwestern.
I hope not. I mean,
the guy out of your backyard.
I honestly and you know me, I don't mean that negatively. I honestly think he could be a Pro Bowl guard. And if that's what you're looking for, then great. But we really need a right tackle. So, I mean, I'd prefer either Jones or Wright. I personally think Wright is the best right tackle because Jones played a lot of left tackle. Actually, I think exclusively in college. So that's why I kind of lean towards Darnell Wright.
Swing, you know your stuff. You've done your homework more than the rest of us. It's hard. It's so hard. Like, do you read scouting reports on offensive linemen? Like, you can't go out and watch their I have a tough time watching tape on offensive linemen.
Right.
They're just going to really cherry pick just highlights other players.
To be honest, a lot of the stuff I watch is actually just your analysts on ESPN and stuff. They will do YouTube clips on just offensive tackle or guards, and they're not really so biased because they could care less about. And so then you'll watch their rankings, and then I'll go watch people who do individual rankings on those players.
Huh.
Here it is.
Here we go.
Darnell Wright.
Woo! You got him?
Yeah.
Take it. Absolutely.
You're way far ahead, man.
They got me.
Way far ahead, are we?
It's just like how it is for games, but that happens.
Right.
We won't be able to do it with them when the Packers are on the clock.
I won't say.
We'll
I won't say
shout out or pick them. We'll be still standing for 30 seconds.
Oh, we're ahead of them, huh?
Yeah, we're ahead.
Oh.
But yeah, I'll take it.
You're ahead of me by like 2 or 3 seconds.
What's that?
You're only ahead of me by 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. No, Darnell Wright. I would have loved to trade back a little bit more to get him, but I think he was our guy, and you got to take him right there. I mean, you don't take a chance of. You couldn't drop behind Green Bay. They need a tackle. So I like it. So hopefully Jones will be there for you. If
does Tennessee go quarterback here?
What's that, Dave?
Does Tennessee go quarterback here?
Yep.
They got to go Levis. But then again, this could be another trade. This could be.
The pick's already in.
Levis has fallen too far.
Wait, you're seeing Tennessee's pick in?
Yeah.
So you're ahead of us then?
No. Tennessee. The pick is not in, but they've got to take Levis here.
My TV says the pick is in.
Yeah, pick is in.
Oh, there we go. You're ahead of me, Dave. All right, I got to grab another Coors Light.
Well, here, I'm giving you Rick. I'm going to get me another drink.
No, I can't. I'm not into this thing here. The old guy and everything is just kind of ain't into this. So Swing, he's a lot younger and everything. And let me see here.
What's the hostess serving tonight? What's on?
He already ate and everything, and I didn't make dinner and everything. Well, last time he brought his kids out here, and I made tacos and everything, but he didn't bring the kids out. I don't know. Boy, I look old there. I'm back.
All right, I'm back.
Wait, so there's no dinner made. Is there any cocktails on tap? What is that? Angry Orchard?
Yeah, a little Angry Orchard.
Okay.
Fair to keep it not hard liquor tonight.
Oh, you're not going to do vodka Red Bulls like at the Packers tailgate? 6 of them?
I had one before I came out, and I'm chilling the rest of the night.
Sprinkle, that was one of the worst hangovers I've had in my life.
Oh, that was a great night, though.
It was. How often can you have it after the game where you're tailgating across the street for the next 2 to 3 hours?
Dude, so I want to touch on your the stuff you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, you said Lambeau was kind of disappointing.
So when I say it was disappointing, that's because we showed up, we pre-drank across the street, we walked in, and the game started. Like, I would like to walk around the stadium, experience a little more. I mean, it's a really nice historic stadium. I just didn't think it was. I don't know. I guess I had it hyped up more in my head than what it ended up being like. But like I said, we walked in already pretty loaded and walked in and watched the game. So
that is fair. I mean, I would just think for how many years you see it on TV every single Sunday Night Football, they're like, this is the best. This is one of the top venues in all of sports that you need to go to. Good 90s hat there, Dad, too. You're right. And then you get there a few hours.
Well, my hair, I got out of the shower. My hair was all bushy and everything. I got this cap on now. And see that autograph? Gilbert Brown.
You got the Gravedigger on there?
I got the Gravedigger on there. I met him over at Fuzzy Thurston's bar.
Didn't you say you met him at the urinal?
Yes, I did. I didn't say that, but I already told you the story. When you're standing next to the guy in a urinal and he's real big, and you look over at him and I did double take and I go, "You're Gilbert Brown." And he goes, "Yep, I am." And I go, well, needless to say, I couldn't shake his hand right then. So I met him outside, and anyways, I met him outside. I gonna buy him a beer. He didn't want one. He goes, "I got plenty." He goes, I go, "Was that give me an autograph?" He goes, "You bet I will. Sign my hat." Kudos.
Oh, the Packers traded up to 11.
No, we didn't.
No, you're right. They didn't.
Oh. Can't tease us like that.
I know. I wouldn't pick up about them.
The swing of what you're saying is to get the full Packer experience, you need to come a day before, spend the night, and then tailgate from morning till night, or at least walk around, see all it get to talk to other Bears fans, because there's a ton of Bears fans there.
I think you skipped something. I know you won't hear this from Bears fans very often, but I'd like to go see the Packers Hall of Fame.
Wow.
It's nothing. It's nothing major.
Right?
No, I'm kidding.
It's history.
Do the Bears have one?
It's a great question.
No,
we do, but it's literally it's not like what you guys have. Which you'd think it would be.
Packers Hall of Fame, without a doubt, it's not too far away from the NFL Hall of Fame. I've spent hours in that joint.
Right. Come on with this pick already. The pick's been in for like 25 minutes.
One of us three has it, not saying anything.
Huh?
Dave, do you have it?
I don't have it yet.
No. It's still pick is in.
Besides Will Levis, if they decide to go him at QB, guy who says, "Hey, I got a cannon for an arm," they could also use a tackle because they let Lawan go, their left tackle for like the past 8 years or so. Taylor Lawan, who's part of Bussin' with the Boys, he left the Titans this year, so they could go tackle too.
That would not be good for you guys.
No.
But if you let somebody like that go, don't you feel like you already have his replacement in-house?
Kind of. He came at a big price tag. I know that. All right, here we go.
Skronsky.
Hey, Jordan, I don't think your 31st pick worked there.
He's a guard.
I don't think
they've even got him as a guard on there.
Doug Daggert's board. I don't know how it's falling so far. Mine's not doing so well.
All right. So I got a question for you.
Shoot, I'll let Dave answer this one.
Okay.
What?
Dave, would you rather Broderick Jones or I can't remember his name now, the wide receiver from Ohio State?
I want the Ohio State
slot. You got 3 names.
Is Jones who and who? All right, so is Jones the JSN and who else?
Jones was the offensive tackle. Yeah. Or the wide receiver from Ohio State. I always forget his name.
It's 3 names.
Where is he at?
Jackson Smith and the Big Buh.
Yes, thank you.
He's going to be the new MBS. Oh, wait, they just showed Jerry Kramer.
Oh, Jerry Kramer. I think slot wide receivers is too rich for 13. I'd rather see an offensive tackle. I'd even like to see someone at edge too. But yeah probably Jones. Like, I just think.
Yeah, but at edge, what do you have? You got Murphy. And
yeah, Nolan Smith is my guy. I love Nolan Smith.
Yeah, Nolan Smith. You could trade down and still get him, though. I believe.
Think so. There was a few early drafts that had him top 10. Dad, who's 76 who blocked for Bart Starr there just showing a highlight of?
That's Gronowski. He's the grandpa of the guy getting picked.
That's news to me. I don't know who that guy is.
I knew who he was.
That's because you're not as old as me. You see his hair? It's called gray. Anyways, that's why I told Jordan to read Jerry Kramer's Instant Replay. And then he's got another book, too, to read. And he's got to read them both. He hasn't read the second one. But he's got to read them. See, I grew up reading on books. And see, how I become a Packer fan, I was about, I was born in 57. So 57, I started getting into football about, I don't know, 9 or 10. And if you're a kid, who are you going to root for if you don't have a football team? Well, I guess it'd be the best team there is.
Bears? Oh.
Bears were the second best.
I started rooting for the Packers. And that's how I became a Green Bay Packer fan.
So you're a bandwagon jumper at 10 years old.
Yes, I was.
Holy cow.
You picked a team that was a dynasty and did 2 different repeats.
Running back, Alabama, Gibbs.
Why,
Whoa,
you guys are way ahead.
That's a reach.
Crazy.
He's supposed to.
I don't believe that. They just signed Montgomery.
Yeah.
Didn't they?
Yeah.
Sign Montgomery, and he's projected to go late first round. All right, we're on.
We're on if they want my slot wide receiver, and Doug's on, Double D's on if they want Kincaid.
Broderick Jones.
And the offensive tackle, there's only been 1 offensive tackle taken, right?
2. Paris Johnson, 2.
Paris Johnson gone. Wright's gone. Skromski's gone.
Broderick.
I wouldn't be surprised if we trade this.
You got Northwestern, you got Paris Johnson, and you got Wright. I think this is
Swingle. I didn't look at Swingle's seat.
In my
stuff here.
My opinion, if I'm them, I'm looking to trade back to
no
later than 20. But
and maybe take a tight end.
I agree.
Well, I like to trade back and take one of the top 2 tight ends for them.
Dave, are you staying put or are you pushing?
No, I want to trade back.
Same. I'd rather move back.
I agree with both you guys. I want to trade back, pick up a 4. You can probably pick up a 4. You know,
I will,
depending how far you trade.
I will say this, and this is, I mean, you know that we don't know what the hell they're thinking, but if they don't take Jones here as a tackle, they won't get him.
No.
Because the Jets,
he ain't gonna last to 20.
The Jets need a tackle.
I
if they don't take Jones here, they're not gonna get him.
Well, they ain't gonna get the old Jay whatever calls.
Jets need a tackle as much as any team.
I agree. They got some old guy running behind their line now.
Oh shoot! Hey, can you guys hold on a second? Gutekunst is FaceTiming me. I gotta take this one.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys call us back. We're here.
We'll get back.
Bye.
Bye.
Damn it! Why'd they drop off? I was kidding. Yeah, trade back, Goody.
I didn't really think about their options here.
They're waiting for callers, I bet. Dave, what do you, pick is in. We're taking somebody, Dave.
It's not up on mine yet.
And we're going to have to wait until the end of the commercial. Great timing.
Pick's in. I just got it now. There's going to be people that lose their mind if you don't take JSN.
Oh, so many people. That's your casual fan. Your casual fan wants JSN.
They're like, oh, they took an offensive tackle instead of JSN?
How are you possibly going to do that? Because it's a completely different strategy than what it was before. I mean, it's always been BAT, but now it's BAT more than ever.
For sure.
Gutekunst said subconsciously that your board does tend to favor players that you're in need of. Pig is in. This has to be Broderick Jones. This is either Broderick Jones or Miles Murphy or Nolan Smith. It's either
Levis. Will Levis.
We said in the last episode that it's gonna be some guy that we were not expecting to take.
I can still see Nolan Smith here, to be honest, too.
Hey, Pig is in. Swingle, I'll Venmo you another 20.
You have me back on it. I don't want to be on the main screen.
All right, fine.
Hey, you guys know there's 500 people watching this stream.
Oh, BS.
Oh, bullshit.
This is our first one. We'll look back on it and be like, hey, remember we only had just
us?
Family and friends on?
I hope so. Seriously, I hope you make it big, man.
Yeah.
Why not us?
Yeah, you gotta start from somewhere.
Exactly. Next year you can do it though from right behind Lambeau.
Exactly.
That'd be nice.
It's a difference maker where you're making content at. All right.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hey, pick us in. Where are we going? Swing, Dad, Dave,
Broderick Jones.
I agree with you. That's who I'm guessing.
That's the safe pick.
I'm sorry. That was my earlier pick, but I think I'm going wide receiver, guys.
You're going JSN?
Yes, I am.
Zay Flowers, wide receiver, Boston College.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say this. Wide receiver just to piss Aaron off.
Since he said that he didn't get Gutekunst's phone calls, he only accepts FaceTimes. He does get.
Well, I tell you what, who they want. It's not going to be a tight end because they could have traded back.
When they announce it here, we will not say who.
We think that a tight end.
I am.
Here we go. No, hey, don't spoil it.
No.
Oh no.
That's who you wanted, Rick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that was my second pick.
That is a true Packer. Dave, you got him yet?
Dude, we went some guy we had no idea.
Good-looking girlfriend too.
That's all that matters. That's why you take him at 13 when you could probably get him at the end of the first or the second round.
I mean, that's what I would do. I would draft a guy. I would draft a guy who's never started a game in college. That's who I'd go with.
I wonder why he didn't.
Because they always started their seniors.
Because of what?
Always started their seniors.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah. Oh. So he didn't start, but he played the whole damn game.
Oh.
Luke, they thought Lucas Finesse isn't going to be available in the 20s.
See that last play? Rewind that. That was Koronski that he bowled over.
It was.
I've seen it. That was Northwestern. And I go, well, I don't know if I want that offensive tackle after. What? Here, you got me on.
Jordan, you want to hear something?
I'll hear anything because that was a reach.
No, it wasn't.
That was no much of a reach.
That's J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
You think he's that high on your board?
Oh, I think yes. And yes, I think that's a great pick.
I think it's a really good pick. I don't think it's a reach. It might be a reach to your to like the draft rankings and stuff, but he's that good.
Oh yeah,
he is. Hey, Jordan, in the sense he can play inside and outside.
Yes,
and last year he's blocked punt.
Hey, here's a shocker for you. New England traded their pick. They traded their pick to the Steelers, and here goes Broderick Jones.
Or Will Levis.
Broderick Jones.
I will say, Lucas Vaness was originally Dad. I know he was one of your guys you were really high on a few months ago.
Yes, I was. I was really high on him.
I'll give you kudos there. I think Doug was high on him too.
Gussie's always high on Iowa State, or not Iowa State. I'm sorry, Iowa. Players. So I'm really, really happy with that pick. Yes, because Preston Smith's going to be 31 years old next year, and Gary's coming off an ACL. He ain't going to be ready to go first week. It might take you a 4-day window, where they put them on IR and everything.
Right.
It takes 4 games to get off IR.
I think it's 4.
Yeah, 4. So he replaces Gary for 4 games, and perfect. You, Kansas City won the Super Bowl, or it's pressure on the quarterback is number 1, and offensive line is number 2, and that's pretty much. And okay, I guess you can say quarterback's number 1, but still, I don't know. You can debate how it's works.
Game's still one of the trenches.
You can have a great defensive line and a great offensive line, and if your quarterback is Mr. Brisky, you suck.
Can this guy play in the 3-4 as an edge rusher? What about Mitch Trubisky?
He said he basically said Trubisky sucks. Anyway. One of our 25 quarterbacks we've had since you guys have had Aaron Rodgers.
And Brett Favre.
No, just Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, no, really?
They asked Aaron Rodgers to list all the Bears quarterbacks he's played against. He can only name 5 of them. And he has the best memory I've ever seen out of a human being.
I'm pretty sure we've had 15 starters since he took over your starting spot.
I think you're about.
I think it's 15. I think it's 15.
I think you're right.
Well, where is Lucas Finesse playing in this 3-4? Can he play edge rusher? Can he play outside?
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to play him both? Play him right next to Kenny?
Hey, if you haven't researched, his nickname is Hercules.
I would assume you'd be moving him all over.
That's a nickname to live up.
Yeah.
I like Dave. What's your take? Are you happy? Are you surprised? Are you just excited that we got a pass rusher?
Dude,
I'm very, very happy. Yes, I'm very happy.
No, Dave.
Who, me?
No, I was getting Dave's thoughts on taking edge at 13.
Oh, Dave. Gotcha.
Yeah, it wasn't really on my. I mean, yeah, I think they needed to bulk up. They needed Kenny, and now they needed someone besides Lowry. They needed another guy that could kind of get after it and like free up Kenny. I think he'll play more next to Kenny, like inline versus edge. They might eventually slowly bring him out there after this year, but I think he'll be more inline.
Defensive line it's arguably our biggest need. Yeah, all you really have is Kenny, and then the guy who's starting right next to him played an average of 10 snaps a year.
Frederick Jones.
Green Bay.
I thought that was our pick. I would not have been surprised with that one.
Right?
They're waiting another year to get an offensive tackle.
Dang, I would think that you could get Vaness in the 20s, Goody.
I don't think you will last that long.
Who's that?
Vaness.
Oh, no. No. Who said that? Jordan?
Not Jordan. I think if they didn't, and I really mean this, if they didn't take Vaness at 13, I think New England doesn't trade out of that spot.
Vaness is also a Patriots type player.
He definitely is.
Yep.
So I think he was at the right spot.
I think that
if you don't take him there, New England's taking him at 14.
Yeah.
And they're not trading out.
I'm happy with it. You have another player true to the Packers mold that's versatile. He can play multiple positions. Maybe has some Aaron Campman skill set in him. Aaron Campman also.
Well, it's also setting up for when Preston leaves after this year.
Yep, that too, and then you're just down to Rashawn.
Yeah, because you're not gonna pay Preston again.
No, he's got 1 year. He's got 1 year.
Preston started to fade towards the end of the year. Dave, remember when we did that watch party for the Lions game, and Preston needed 1.5 sacks to add an extra $1 million to his pocket, and he did not show up that game.
Right.
And that's all we had as a pass rusher.
Well, that's because when Rashawn went out, they go, okay, well, you take Rashawn out, he's gone. Double team that, now they didn't have. Well, we had who's that guy that came over from the Rams? He did pretty good. He got
Collins.
That's exactly what I was just gonna say. He did okay, and then our 5th round draft pick last year.
I'm high on Enigbari. Yeah,
that's Dave's guy. Dave loves Enigbari.
He did okay. I mean, for a 5th.
He has a high motor. I like him.
I like him too. I think he could pan out to be a good rotational player.
Yeah, I think he'll be a good 3rd rotational guy. He might get, handful of sacks a year and kind of just give the guys a little bit of a breather.
He could be like our Mike Neal in 2014 when Mike Neal was like our 3rd or 4th best pass rusher.
Mike Neal did pretty good. He did okay, yes.
I'll take it. I'm happy. Let's rejoice. Let's rejoice. Lucas Vaness and the Bears got their guy. And Darnell Wright. All is well in the world.
Watch the Jets are on the clock. Watch him take that Smith, that receiver. Give Rodgers another weapon. Something Green Bay wouldn't do.
Rodgers is gonna get his first round wide receiver.
Nope, that's not my guess. Here's my guess. The Jets are taking who's the 3rd rated offensive tackle?
Oh, you're past that.
3rd.
You're
they
past
are
that.
taking 3.
I think we're on 5 now.
Harris, Wright, Jones, Skronsky, and so those are the top 4 that are gone.
Did the Jets need a tight end?
Sorry, I'm screwed up. Then I'm sorry.
I was looking.
I was saying the Jets want an offensive tackle. Oh,
your next one is Anton Harrison.
From
Oklahoma. Do the Jets need a tight end?
They could go for one. Yeah,
I don't think the Jets have what is his name? They've got a decent tight end. I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Yeah, they have a guy that I want to say came over from the Bengals. The Bengals. A weird last name.
Oh man, Tyler. His first name's Tyler.
Jordan, the Jets are gonna go Will Levis. Get Rodgers' successor.
and say, I don't care if our number 2 overall pick was Zach Wilson that they want to groom. Why is Will Levis not at the draft? Have they not showed him yet? Sweating bullets in the green.
He's there. I seen him in the pre-draft, Jordan.
Yep, he's there. I tell you what.
Have they showed him very much?
That guy's as big as an ox.
No. Tell you the truth, they've showed him as much as, well, not as much as Aaron Rodgers back in that day. When, remember when Aaron Rodgers was in the green room and you remember that?
I do.
They're showing him every other minute. Maybe they do a better job of not doing that.
It was.
The poor kid. They showed. Did you guys see that thing where
I was pissed when we passed him?
What, you were?
Oh hell yeah, I was.
Who'd you have as quarterback?
He was supposed to be the number 1 to number 3 pick.
Yes, and San Francisco pick. What's his name?
Yes.
Alex Smith.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the Bears were picking what?
We had like the 9 pick that year, something like that.
And then he went all the way to 23 or so.
Yeah.
I think the Bears picked Cedric Benson that year.
Really? We don't want a quarterback. No. Okay.
Well, you had who?
Huh? Caden? No, that was before.
Cade
Was that Cade McNown? Yeah.
Oh, it had Cade McNown. We don't need the number 1 rated quarterback in the draft.
Yeah.
That along with 22 other teams did the same thing.
Yeah, don't feel alone, bro.
I hear you.
Yeah. It's like the same thing when everybody passed on Randy Moss in the first round. Packers.
Oh yeah.
He's trouble.
Yeah.
He's trouble. Trouble in the Hall of Fame. So when you get to like 7, all right, as a Packers fan, I'm talking about the Bears. When you get to pick 17, 18, 19, and Smith is still there, and Miles Murphy is still there, are you thinking about trading your 2 second-round picks and going up and getting that guy?
I'll trade one of them, but not both.
Okay, Jordan, I'm gonna ask you.
But what do you give up? You gotta give up something.
Jordan,
second round is too valuable, and the Packers always hit on them. I'll knock on wood, but Packers more often than not hit on their seconds.
Right. What I'm saying is we've got 2. Would you?
He's saying as a Bears fan, Jordan.
Yeah.
Wait, you're
a Bears fan? You trade back up into
the Bears trade up into the first round?
We got 2 second-round picks. Do we trade both of them and to move back up to get Smith or Miles Murphy?
No. This draft is deep enough that you stay put and take those 2 second-round picks.
Yeah. Well, and we need the talent all around. I agree. Like one player's not gonna put us in the,
Historically, more second-round players turn into Pro Bowlers than first-rounders and have a much more a longer career in the NFL than first-rounders.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially after those like blue chip players, like after your first 10 or 15, then it's kind of you're taking a high risk, high reward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got a question for you two people then.
So-called Packers.
So if you give up 2 second-rounders to move up to take a player like Gutsy did, and you get a player like Christian Watson, do you say what's his name falls down, that another wide receiver falls down? This just I'm asking you two guys your opinion. So you got your one wide receiver
Watson.
that fall down. Now he falls down and he gets into the second round. Are you going to take both your seconds again and trade it for another wide receiver? How do you like that question?
Move up like last year to get Christian Watson.
Yeah.
This team has too many holes. You need all the players you can get.
Need all the players you can get.
I agree with you 100%.
And I'll say this: if we did do it, the player that we would do it for is a Zay Flowers or a JSN. There's no way JSN falls to the second round, though.
No,
I think he does.
The only way I could see it is if Zay Flowers falls to the second. And I still say that there's still so many holes on this Swiss Swiss cheese of a team.
I
That
agree.
I
agree.
You're not one player away anymore. This is like, it's more than a read.
Yeah, the only way. But then again, though, if Goody or one of the scouts has a really high grade on these players,
yeah,
he is likely to move up. But I say volume. Take your 2 seconds. Oh, here we go for the Jets.
Who you got here?
I don't even know who the next tackle is up.
Going with a tackle? I just had him pulled up. The guy from Oklahoma.
I could see them going pass rusher too. I don't know the Jets' needs very well. I know their defense is pretty well put together.
I know the next tackle's like Henderson or something like that. Harrison. And Antoine Harrison is the next best tackle. But I like that Cody Moach, I believe it is. But he's a center. I believe he's from like Boise.
Dude, I'll help Bella do this, Jordan.
You could if that's her thing. Shoot, who did they just pick?
This is Jets.
Yeah, someone had to have already gotten the pick. Yeah. Oh no, not yet.
This kid is excited.
Let's go.
Will McDonald.
Wow, that's one of my top pass rushers in the draft. Good on them. Dwight Freeney like spin move, they say.
Their D gets better. Tell you what.
This is already a stout defense. Aaron needs to be protected.
They hold teams under 17 points.
Yeah, they don't need any more
game, is he?
I think you could get Will McDonald late in the 20s too, like Lucas Finesse. Their boards must be stacking up different than a lot of these so-called NFL experts.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of those trades up front really got people scrambling.
Where they're moving pieces around in their board. All these guys, not kidding, Lucas Finesse and Will McDonald's a projected second-round player or late first.
Yeah, I think this last couple weeks, I think he's been getting into the late first round, but yeah.
All right, Jordan, I'm going to have to take off, bud.
You're dipping?
Yeah.
Is it bedtime?
Yeah, my daughter's calling me, and then I got to – she's at my parents' right now because I work tomorrow, and Karen's out of town, so she's having a rough go at it, so I got to calm her down.
All good, all good. Hey, we got our Packers pick in. We got round 2 tomorrow.
All right, take it easy.
Later, Dave.
See you, Dave.
See you, man. See you guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Swing, stay on.
What?
Why?
Get off here.
I don't think you guys are going to leave me solo here.
I'm not yet.
Are you hanging around for the whole first round? I mean, it's still got some ways to go.
I can. I was planning on staying out here pretty much for the first round.
Dang, Will McDonald that early at 15?
Yeah, it seems a little early. I tell you what, they must know something about these wide receivers, like this whole class, because there's nobody.
I was about to say, this has to be a record for how long it's taken before the first wide receiver is taken off the board.
Right.
I can't remember a draft where I've seen a wide receiver last this late.
Right. Especially you got two running backs that have already went off.
Yeah, I don't know I can't believe they grabbed Gibbs that early.
Yeah, that was pretty early. I think you could they definitely could have traded back, got more picks, and still got him. But I'd like to see that.
GM's boards look different than all of us fans and experts out there.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to see where that Hendon Hooker goes, but heck, Will Levis is still on the board.
Commanders need a QB. This has to be Will Levis. I'm going to say it again. This has to be Will Levis.
Yeah, you would think.
Their quarterback right now is that guy out of North Carolina, Sam something, or they even got Taylor Heineke still.
Yeah, I said.
Sam Howell, is that his name?
But
something like that.
What was his name? Sam.
I'll look it up. It's a quarterback they got from North Carolina who was like a rookie or second-year player.
Yep. No, I agree 100%. I just can't think of his last name.
We're gonna find out. Yep, Sam Howell out of North Carolina.
Howell. Yep, that's right.
And not a lot of people have been talking about how this really is their top need.
Oh yeah. Yep. I don't know how. I don't know how he goes any deeper than this. But if he doesn't, he's not. They're not. If they don't take him, New England's not taking him. Detroit's not taking him.
He could fall. I think he could fall out of the first.
No. Somebody will trade up. Somebody will trade in the first because they'll want that 5th-year option on him.
Oh yeah, then you have to pay the buku bucks.
Yeah. Well, with the 5th-year option, they get one more year for not a max price.
So just like Jordan Love this year, we only have to. Our 5th-year option with him is $20 million.
Right, instead of 40.
Yeah, which is like the going rate now when you're paying Daniel Jones $50 million a year.
Right. So you want to get if you have the 33rd pick, you want to trade into the 32nd pick to get into the first. Well, 31st this year, but you want to get that first.
The Dolphins screwed themselves over with that one.
Yeah.
This is why I love the NFL draft. Every single year, there's curveballs thrown at you that you don't suspect.
Oh yeah. No, it's the most reality TV that we still have.
The most unscripted. I told others earlier. I'm like, hey, fill out pick'ems. This is like filling out a March Madness bracket.
Yeah.
Maybe this is harder than a March Madness bracket. It has to be.
Yeah, harder. Because this is one of the only things in professional sports that it doesn't get leaked. Like nobody's telling you who they're drafting.
Whereas like NBA, there's not a ton of trades in, and you hear before ahead of time, like without a doubt, he's going first and second.
Yep.
I gotta look at my mock draft now. How many people I've gotten right? Oh, here we go. Commanders.
Who?
Who?
Emmanuel.
I don't know who this guy is. Swing.
I've seen his name before, but I really don't know much about him.
I didn't. So full disclosure, I did not take a look at cornerbacks this draft because the Packers do not need one, but we will probably take one.
I think he's like number 3 or 4 on the list.
Emmanuel Forbes.
Yep. Yeah, let's see what they got him ranked at.
1, 2, 3. He goes before Joey Porter Jr.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Wow. And he goes before the other guys I had on my list were Kelly Ringo out of Georgia and Deontay Banks out of Maryland.
Who took Gonzalez?
Christian Gonzalez went to the Lions, right? No?
What the heck?
Well, you got to get your head around. That's not great cornerback play. Where'd Ricky Lee go? Is he off to bed?
He's actually over talking to one of the Packer buddies. Yeah, I think it's Doug.
They're starting up their own podcast too, he said.
Yeah, right. No, Gonzalez is still available.
Christian Gonzalez is still on the board?
Yep.
No.
Absolutely. So we've never really got to. Well, New England's picks in, and I want to talk to you about the Bears' initial trading back from 1. Oh, there goes Gonzalez.
Yep, great pick by the Patriots. I had him going 6.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Nice value.
There's Bill Belichick coming out smelling like a rose.
Oh, like he always does.
Yeah,
traded back and still got Gonzalez.
Yeah, and he just got rid of, what is his name, Josh Jackson to the Chargers, who signed a mega contract.
Jackson, yep.
Or J.C. Jackson, not Josh.
Yeah, it's J.C., but yep.
Great. That's what they do.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, though. I know it's a small sample size, but I really like what our GM's doing. I mean, I know we trade down 1 spot, but you trade down 1 spot, you pick a 4th-round pick and still get who you were going to take at 9.
So you traded that way. So the trade was you trade 1 back and you get a 4th?
Yep.
Yeah, 1 spot. I think you'd be able to get more than that, but I don't know, historically speaking, what you get for 1 spot in the first round that high.
Right. No, I know they got their point system and all that.
Yeah, and there's millions of dollars that you can put towards it too. I'll take it. One spot and you still get the guy that you want and you get to add a 4th.
Yep.
I would think you should be able to get, I don't know.
For 1 spot, I think that's probably about right.
What'd you get for the 1 spot? DJ Moore, a 1st and a 2nd.
DJ Moore, their 9th. Obviously, we swapped 1st for 9th. A 4th-round pick and next year's 1st-round pick. Oh, wait, and a 2nd. 2nd this year.
You did get a 1st next year and then a 2nd this year?
Yep.
That's a good trade. People are saying that you left money on the table.
I don't think so. I think the deal was done, but it was whether we're getting DJ Moore or another 1st-round pick. And with our history with wide receivers, I'll take DJ Moore.
But he's proven.
But here's the other thing. So we got their 1st-round pick for next year. They took a quarterback. How many wins are they going to have this year?
The Panthers?
Yeah, with a rookie quarterback.
They're still going to be picking top. Yeah, so good on the Bears because you'll be having a 1st-round pick or a top 10 pick next year.
Oh, yeah. Top 5. I would guess top 5. I mean.
Yeah, with Bryce Young at quarterback. Yeah, they'd be lucky to pull 4 wins out of their ass.
Right. So you're looking at top 5. And like you said, let's just say top 10 pick.
Yeah.
And then whatever our pick is, which hopefully is in the 20s. I hope we're good enough that it's that low. But you're looking at a top 5 pick where it could be, it could be the number 1 pick, whatever. And you have 2 really good quarterbacks coming out next year. So if Fields doesn't work out, if Fields end up after this year, you're like, all right, he's not the guy. You got 2 1st-round picks to trade up if you have to trade up to take one of those quarterbacks.
Who are the 2 guys coming out next year at QB that are highly touted?
Oh, shoot. I can look it up. I can't remember the names.
I have no clue. My following for college football is not.
No, I'm with you because I'm
1 year.
I'm 1 year at a time. But
same. I look at the here now. The only player I know in college football that's coming back, 2 of them, Marvin Harrison Jr. for Ohio State, that wide receiver.
Yep.
He's going to be one of the top wideouts. And then this guy, a tight end out of Georgia, who is amazing as well.
That is not what I'm looking for. Oh, Caleb Williams.
The USC?
USC.
Okay, Heisman winner,
Yep.
He came back for another year.
Yep. So Caleb Williams, and then Drake May from North Carolina.
I don't know who that guy is.
Those are the two that I know. They're supposed to be like 1 and 2.
You're right,
But either way,
Justin Fields has a mediocre year, and he doesn't take that Jalen Hurts type step. Then
you have that option.
Yeah, have the option. Take that is. It's a good trade if you ask me. That's a win.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't think you'd put yourself in a better situation, a better opportunity, I guess. And God forbid, if everything works out great, and Fields ends up taking that step like they're hoping he does, or we hope he does, and you're sitting there with the number 1 or 2 pick, trade back and get another haul.
That too, and you think so. If the Bears were to stay at the first overall pick, if you're not taking quarterback, is anybody else high enough, like in value, to take number 1 overall outside of a QB in this draft?
Not your
like I wouldn't want to take Will Anderson as the first overall pick of the NFL draft.
Not this year, no.
No, like he's not better than Aiden Hutchinson. He's not better than Chase Young. He's not better than the Bosas. He's not better than Myles Garrett. Like there's so many edge rushers that were taken like number 1 or top 5 overall. Like he can't even touch them.
Yep. Oh, I don't know. So we'll see next year. I mean, I think that trade was. I think we got everything we had, like that we had to and did get out of it, or could have got out of it. I'm waiting to see who takes Nolan Smith here.
I thought we were going to snag him. Nolan Smith was higher rated and a higher ceiling on my board than Lucas Vaness.
Yeah.
He only had I don't understand his production. He looks undersized to me.
They say he is undersized. Hey, there he is. There's Will Levis.
Oh, they barely showed him.
Now they are. If you're the Detroit Lions,
they still need a quarterback. Goff is a bridge.
I agree.
I think Goff is not a long-term solution.
I think Goff is I think you can win a Super Bowl with him if your defense is amazing.
If you have the 49ers defense, you could win a Super Bowl with Jared Goff.
Right. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not positive what his contract situation is. I feel like he has 2 more years left on it, and it's high. He is overpaid
because he was they took on his contract when he was with the Rams.
From the Rams, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
So
you haven't heard too much about the Lions needing a QB either. Like they seem pretty happy with Goff.
Right.
I tell you what, between me, you, and the fence post swing, I have the Lions winning division next year.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. Or the Vikings again, but I think the Lions could take it. Doesn't help that Jameis Williams was for 6 games.
What a dude. What an idiot.
Hey, the Lions have been drafting well lately too.
They have. I bet Smith is what I'm guessing here.
Who?
Jack Campbell.
Inside backer?
Yeah, I tell you what, Iowa's throwing out some picks here.
They've got 2 off the board.
Wow, that's a weird one.
I feel like that's
right. Jack Campbell. There you go, Lions.
There's the Lions we know and love.
Yeah, there's the lowly Lions type pick that we're used to. I'm sorry, Swain, but a lot of these guys, I was thinking you can get them later on.
Yeah.
Hey, and guess what? Still no wide receivers taken.
Yeah.
Or tight ends. Packers trade back up in the first. Grab your tight end.
That's what I was thinking too.
Packers won't do it though. Those 2 seconds, that's gold to us. We'll stay put this year.
You got 2 seconds?
Yeah, we got 2 seconds.
Yeah.
That's what we got out of Rodgers this year.
Oh, that's right. If you could give up a second and a fourth and move up, that'd be.
Yeah. when we moved up for Christian Watson last year, we had to give up both our seconds because it was like the second or third pick in the second round. So it was essentially a first round.
It was a big jump. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a big jump, and it was right.
Yeah, Swindle's talking to Jordan on their podcast.
Gel? Lions, you're better than that.
Yeah, right.
I thought you guys were trying to win the division.
Hey, Buccaneers.
They still
now you're in your window.
Too.
Will Levis, Buccaneers or Seattle?
Yeah, because Geno Smith's signing an extension.
I think I like both those. Yeah, Swingle's going. Will Levis.
I want to hear what Doug Daggert's thinking.
What's that?
We could get Doug Daggert on the call too, maybe.
I got him on the phone right now.
He's on the phone right now. He said this would be a good spot for Levis.
How does he get on the phone?
I'm gonna text him something.
He's gonna send him a link.
No, send him a link. He'll get on the phone. He's watching.
He's gonna text you a link, Doug. How'd I get surrounded by all these Packers fans?
I don't know.
I'm in Illinois, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we like your bear opinions.
I'm messing with you.
All right, Doug should have received the link.
You're sending him a link.
I guarantee you, not only Bears fans, but NFL fans have never heard of a Hurts principle. Yeah, I think you made that up, Swingle. I think you pulled that out of your ass.
Oh, hey, I'm not that good.
Tell Doug I texted him a link.
Yeah, probably all you know.
Yeah,
I felt it. I felt it. You got it? Oh, maybe I lost him.
He hung up on you so you could get on the link.
Oh.
I think you just ditched your dad to get on the link.
I mean, we know a lot of players in this draft, but Doug knows them to an extra degree.
Right. He gets on here. I'll get off for just a little bit. Ooh. Can't see. The other good defensive tackle.
I haven't heard. Let's see. Where do I have this guy at?
He's pretty good.
They took him before Breesy out of Clemson.
Yeah, I think they were right by each other. Like I think I heard a lot of the guys talking about them being like pick your poison. I mean, whichever one you wanted. That they were very similar to each other. Maybe his character was a little better. I don't know.
Can't see.
Got good, quick inside step.
I don't even have him on my sheet. He's not even on my notepad.
Really?
No. He plays defensive tackle, or does he play end?
Tackle. Well, I think he moves around, but mostly tackle. They're comparing him to Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I don't even have him on my sheet for top 15.
Number one, then.
Right. He's not that good, but his size and everything's the same.
Yeah, that's unfair to put him next to Aaron Donald. Come on, guys.
Yeah, it is.
No, that's not fair.
Hey, look, the Bears turned out right.
What now?
I'm just kidding. It's showing the picture.
The Bears got their guy, the guy they wanted.
I'm happy with it.
I'd be over the moon about that pick.
Like, my perfect scenario before the draft was them trading back with the Steelers and getting him at 17. But as soon as Paris Johnson went as early as he did, that was not happening. So,
Forbes, I didn't see him going that high.
no, that's pretty high. That's what we're talking about.
Gonzalez,
These last two picks have been head scratchers, besides the Patriots.
Campbell going
Jack Campbell.
Will Levis still on the board, guys. Geno Smith signed a 4-year extension.
Was it 4 years?
Maybe not, but I know it was an extension.
Yeah, so I thought it was just 2 years.
Who did?
If it was 4 years,
sounds better.
Yeah, if it's 4 years, there's no way they're taking the quarterback. If it's 2 years, then you're probably talking.
Geno Smith's new contract. All right, I'll look it up. It's probably 2 years.
I'm not sure.
No, all right, so 3 years, 75. But you never know whether it's
right
like
in between.
2 years.
Right in between. 3 years.
It's probably more like a 2-year.
Right. Yeah, they could probably cut him after that second year.
Yeah, groom Will Levis right behind Geno Smith. And then there's your next franchise.
All right. Number 22, Baltimore Ravens. Smith. He'll go there. He's a Baltimore guy.
Ravens usually do pretty well when they take defensive players. I've never seen them like outside of the top 12 in defense.
Right. He's a Baltimore kind of guy.
That's why I had Joey Porter Jr. going to the Ravens. I'm like, his dad played for the Steelers, AFC North. The Ravens know all about his dad.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, I missed that.
I have the Seattle Seahawks going Osiris Torrance, guard out of Florida.
Guard.
Yep.
Yeah. This is crazy. Watch your dad's TV and actually be able to read the print on it.
Was it really that bad before?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, flip it around, Swing. I want to see how good the what TV looks like.
They got Zay Flowers.
You see it?
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how good the quality is, but it looks good on that TV stand. It looks a lot different than that big box that he had up there.
Your dad.
Yeah, that's modern. That's modern era.
Right? Watching his old TV was like watching 3D without the glasses.
We watched many a football game. He goes, Rick, you gotta have enough money to buy a new TV. Well, I'm a cheapskate.
That's why I have money.
and flat screens aren't as expensive as what they used to be.
No, when he went and looked, he called me. He goes, "This thing's only 200 and I don't remember what it was.
It was about $300.
$300.
Whatever. $300.
I go, buy it, Rick. Quit being a tight ass.
And what sold me, son, was he said, I'll come out and hook it up for you. Ding, ding, ding. Winner.
Yeah.
That is a pretty good deal if you ask me. Thank you for that, Swing.
Yep. I had to go get him an HDMI cable. He didn't know what that was.
Here we go. Guess who we have coming on? Double D.
Oh, Double D's on.
Cheers, Doug.
Hey, Jordan, my man. How you doing?
You made it.
I made it, yeah. I made it.
We're doing well. This is the first cold beverage of the evening.
Hey, I got a little libation going on here.
Ooh,
why not?
What do we got in the glass? Brandy?
Brandy. If you're a Packer fan, you need to learn how to drink brandy.
I do have I have some bourbon in the freezer, but this is like the fourth Coors Light. So if I do anything more than this, I might have to call in tomorrow.
Close enough, man.
It still counts. Double D.
Rogers, you guys probably gonna drink a lot more bourbon.
Double D, you called it. One of your first mocks had Lucas Finesse going to the pack. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. I don't know if it was 1.0 or 2.0, but yeah, I like him a lot. I know I know a lot about him. He's 100% motor. He's got moves. He'll go along after Preston Smith just fine, opposite Rashawn Gary.
You think he can play edge rusher on the ground a lot in those Iowa highlights?
Yeah, I know. He actually wasn't a starter at Iowa, but he saw quite a bit of action, and I saw him with his hand in the ground also. But I've seen him outside too. He can do either one.
He can stand up.
Yes, he can.
We know Aaron Campman back in 2008, when they transitioned from 4-3 to a 3-4. Aaron Campman struggled when he played stand up in that 3-4.
Yeah.
And he was used to having his hand on the ground, but this guy can also play like D tackle next to Kenny, right?
Oh yeah. That's the neat thing about him. He can be inside or outside. He has an awesome spin move.
So if I get on there, how do I ask them a question? Hey, this is me, Rick. This is Dad. They can hear me?
What's your question? Oh yeah, you're on.
Oh, Dad, got it. Swing you. Oh, he's going over to get him another beer into the kitchen and everything. And I go, I want to ask them guys a question. How do I do that? Oh, there he goes laughing.
Whenever you want, just like a phone call.
This is a 65-year-old dude. Yeah, I don't know. All I know is how to cut wood and build stuff. But anyways, these stupid smartphones and everything, they don't sell dumb phones over there when I buy this son of a bitch. I got a question for you guys. Okay. I like the pick, but the one question I have about this pick, why didn't he start at Iowa? Why was he a backup?
Doug?
Have you ever heard of that? Have you ever heard of a first round backup and picked at the 13th pick, and he's a backup and he didn't start?
No, but what you need to know is he saw a lot of action. No, he was not a 3-down starter, but you saw a whole bunch of Lucas Van Ness at Iowa, and so that doesn't bother me at all.
My question is, who the hell is starting in front of him?
That's because Iowa starts their upperclassmen over their underclassmen. And you can say he didn't start, but he's more talented than their starter.
Well, they played the senior guy.
The thing is, he was not a 3-down player at Iowa, but he's also young, and Iowa had great defensive lines. So you have to understand, he's playing at least 2 or 4 downs in virtually every action. So no, that doesn't bother me a bit.
Okay. Oh, what? Okay, I got you, bud. You know what? I apologize. Swingate told me that before, and I kind of forgot about it and everything. Yeah, they do a respect for their seniors and everything. So I got it now. Okay. Hey, did you guys see our number one slot receiver just went off the board?
Oh yeah, Smith the Jigba. Yeah,
the Jigba. Yep.
I have a question.
Let's hear it.
I have a question, Jordan. What do you think about a possible trade back into the first round? Maybe give up a second and a fourth, something like that, to grab a tight end, for example.
That'd be nice.
Kincaid, last I checked, he's still out there. Jordan Love's soon-to-be best friend.
I know.
Here, I don't think Gutekunst will do it. He said in his press conference on Monday that they're loving the volume they have with their picks. Packers always hit on second rounders, unless you find one. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Last year we had to give up both our seconds to get Christian. I have a tough time believing that we would trade any of them. If we did, I would only want to have to give up like a 4th round pick. If it was up to me, though, if I'm GM, I'm trading back into the end of the 1st or early 2nd to grab Kincaid.
Yeah, I would, depending on what the cost of that is.
You think Gutekunst would give up one of his 2s?
I doubt it. I don't know.
We're picking at 42. That's not too late into the 2nd compared to last year. We were picking towards the bottom of the 2nd, right?
Yeah, 42 is getting kind of up there. I don't know. I don't think it'll last that long. I have no idea. But
we know the Cowboys in what 4 picks. They're likely to take Mayer or Kincaid.
They'll take Mayer.
That's their guy, isn't it?
Book it, write it down. They'll take Michael Mayer out of Notre Dame. Yep.
That does seem like a Cowboys player.
That's a Cowboy player. That's a Cowboy tight end. That's, not the fastest guy in the world, but everything else he's got.
Nope, he's got some Jason Witten written all over him.
He does. That's the reincarnation of Witten.
I was gonna say this, Doug. You're gonna have to dip into the memory bank. When has it been, or how long has it been in an NFL draft since it's taken till the 20th pick to grab a wide receiver?
That bigger?
Oh boy.
When is the first wide receiver fallen to the 20th pick?
To be honest with you, I don't remember when it took this long for a wide receiver to go. I seriously don't.
It always, at least in recent memory, it always feels like 10 of them are off the board by now, or at least 5.
I know, and there's some talent there too. Everybody kind of laughs at me, but Zay Flowers out of Boston College.
Yeah, no, I'm not laughing.
I realize he's a little.
I'm not laughing either. I like him a lot, despite his size.
Oh man, you talk about a plug and play slot guy. Oh my golly. I've watched so much film on Zay Flowers that I don't need to watch anymore. He's going to make somebody a great player.
Okay, I'm going to ask you two a question. Okay, and we got a first pick in the 2nd round, and Zay Flowers and Kincaid are there. Who do you pick, Double D? Who do you pick there, Lewinsky?
Kincaid.
Lewinsky?
I go Kincaid too. I don't think the likelihood, though, I think Zay Flowers will be there, but not Kincaid. I think Zay Flowers could fall to 42. I don't think Kincaid will fall to 42.
Okay.
If Flowers falls, it's because of his size. That, the NFL, they prize size.
Oh, is that Levis just went?
No.
Levis just got picked? No, the Chargers are on the clock.
Chargers on the clock.
No, we're talking on the. We're just talking. Me and.
He just stood up.
Anyways.
Well, this should be Addison, the wide receiver out of USC.
Yeah.
That was part. I think that was my mock. That would make my 4th selection. That was right.
Me too. I've fallen off the face of the draft.
They need a receiver.
Mine's been blowing up.
and Doug, how many hours do you put into your mock draft, would you say?
Oh my golly. I started. I don't think I could tell you how many hours. Let me just say this.
Probably more than Gutsy.
A bunch.
Oh, they took Quentin Johnson. He does remind me a lot of the Chargers' current receiver, who's a really big play guy.
I like Quentin Johnson. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's a Packer type of wide receiver.
I like him. Definitely. A big dude too.
He reminds me a lot of Mike Williams, who's already on their team.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, he reminds me of Mike Williams. Yeah.
Keenan Allen's getting up there in age too, isn't he? He's above 30.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
getting up there.
Keenan Allen age. Yeah, he's 31.
Seems funny to say 31 is getting towards the end.
With me now turning 30, I know how they feel.
Yeah.
I broke out my vintage Packers hat tonight, Rick.
Yeah, what are you sporting tonight, Double D?
The old vintage Packer hat, all faded out. Had it for 100 years.
Oh yeah.
Do you also have a Gilbert Brown signature on yours?
No signature on mine. No, no signage on my hat.
I don't think I have a vintage throwback.
It's an oldie, but it's a goodie.
Oh yeah.
I had the wrong.
Hey, can I ask you?
I would say, you got one up on my dad because his name says Swing, and you were able to put Double D on yours. You have a better grasp of technology than my dad does.
You're lucky Dad got on there.
Thanks to Swingle for that.
Jordan, when your dad was building my screened-in porch, my screened-in sunroom porch here, he needed a hat. So I lent him my vintage Packer hat. He wore it for a couple days.
And he gave it back to you.
Oh, yeah. I watched over it pretty close.
You were checking his pockets before he left each day. Keep the hat here.
Yeah, the hat's got to stay.
The hat's got to stay. You can take your nail bag with you and all your power tools, but keep the hat here.
Yeah.
Dad, what was your question?
Life of a carpenter.
I've had this hat for.
What was your question, Rick?
Years.
What's the question?
You said, Rick, you said you had a question.
No, I don't know. You guys got started talking and everything. I lost my concentration. Sorry, I'm getting senile.
Well, yeah, you've been working too much.
I got to think about it again.
I think you've been having flapper problems.
You don't think that's coke, do you?
He's drunk.
Yeah, to figure that out.
I have a Packers trivia question for both of you two.
Oh, stupid Swingle! Listen to this one. Swingle goes and he opens up my
Dixie cup,
my Dixie cup and everything, and he thinks there's nothing but coke in there, and he smells it. And I go, "What do you think? I'm drinking Coca-Cola?"
Hey, I'm just happy you're not passing out falling on your face this time.
Oh, don't bring her that up.
We got a lot of listeners here.
Out here. That was 2 years ago, wasn't it? Yeah.
What do you got in your Coca-Cola glass? You have that.
Nothing wrong with the rum and coke.
Yeah. Do you have your hoot stuff? It looked like it was something that was from 200 years ago. What type of whiskey do you have?
I don't drink whiskey. I got drunk on whiskey when I was 18 years old. I've never drank it again.
Rum.
Oh, rum. Okay.
Yeah, I've never drank whiskey ever since I got. All you got to do is get drunk on something one time, and you don't drink it again.
You never drink a fine bourbon.
You guys. Hey, let me ask you two.
Oh, it's questions back.
That you
all right, let's hear it.
Got drunk on, and you don't like the taste of it, and don't ever drink it again.
I'll go. Mine's Jaeger.
Well, Jägermeister. Swingo says Jaeger.
I threw up.
Double D.
Brandy. Always brandy. Brandy and beer. My one that I would never drink again is a screwdriver.
There you go.
Ooh, with the orange juice. Those are good.
That was an ugly night. Then when I was about 16 or 17, that was not good. No more. I haven't had one since. That takes a lot of
thing. I don't want to see Aaron Rodgers. Who the hell's putting pictures of Aaron Rodgers up there?
No, this is my trivia question for the night. It was going to be for all the audience, but for the 3 people that are watching, who is this current Packers player?
I'm not a Packers fan. Becky Yara, I don't know.
Any guesses?
I'm thinking it over.
I don't know, but well, yeah. Let me think. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Should I give a hint?
Yeah.
All right.
What?
It's one of both of your 2 favorite Packers offensive linemen. He started last year early on in the season, and you guys wish he would not have got put on the bench.
Oh, I remember him talking about him.
Not Hanson, is it?
No, it's the other guy. Close.
I hate Hanson and I hate Newman.
Ding, ding, ding.
It's Newman.
You put that on my Facebook thing. Oh, Newman.
Hello, Newman.
Yep, this is none other than Royce Newman.
I
didn't even want to know. He's terrible.
All right, Jordan.
Well, anyways,
what are we going to do day 2, man? Tell me what's going to happen on day 2.
What do we have? 42 and 45. What are our picks again?
Hey.
42, 45. Yeah.
42 and 45. After going to Vanessa, I don't know much about tackles. I couldn't tell you there.
Dave Flowers.
I'm thinking tight end, wide receiver. Brian Branch is still on the board at safety. Jordan Battle from Bama is still on the board. Antoine Johnson from Texas A&M is still. Oh, Dave Flowers.
What?
There he goes.
What?
All right, give me.
Zay Flowers ain't gonna last that long.
He just got taken.
Give me
okay. I'm sorry. I'm looking at Swingle's thing here. There's mini TV. Anyways, I just seen it. iPad. What? But it's not that big. And yeah. Okay, so he's gone. So hey. I haven't been. But I don't think so, you guys. Has any tight ends been taken yet? Swing? Nope. Okay, you guys are right. All right, but no tight ends taken yet.
There's going to be one taken at 26.
Taken when?
At
20. 26.
Oh, Dallas. You calling Dallas?
Yeah, Dallas is going to be all in on that again.
Check out this dude. Yeah, hey, Jordan, check out this dude. I'll tell you what, that's one Stalin Reagan. I didn't tell you the truth. You can't say that anymore. I can't say that anymore because, one of my good guys, I work with him every day and everything. Hey, Jordan, I got to tell you. And I worked with him before and everything. His name's TJ. And yeah, he's a black dude. And we talk about prejudice and everything because I showed him a bathroom to go into, and then he got caught in there. So they told me, I go, hey, you shouldn't be in here, blah, blah, blah. And I go, I've been going in there for 20 years and nobody's